trying to get out, hop out the window. Mezzi dead. luchov readies himself for a second. Brilliant work out of luchov. That's 3. And that's Vitality dead and out.
2-0 game, major playoffs waiting, and our first team to progress into that Lanxess arena here at the IEM Cologne Major 2026. And it's Team Spirit and an unlikely 9Z to battle on. 9Z have already done the impossible in taking down Team Vitality. Team Spirit up next on a CT side of Overpass.
Past long wrap, the order of the day for 9Z, and they're given a lot of room here. Magix and Shiro in at that top site. No noise made down towards B, and now you get the spot. Multiple players gunning for you on this long push. Flash to try and set up Shiro. Second one at that. But the opening kill along an Oaso peak. Shiro trying to claw one back, but right now it's 9Z in the bomb site. Spirit on for a retake. They've traded places around this long smoke.
Shiro's buying time. Donk isn't far away. These CT smokes will start to fade. Shiro falls to a tap of Mayan. Still going to be Donk to worry about coming up through the bank, looking to cash his check. Bomb planted. 9Z in strong positions, and Donk with a chance to die immediately. Mayan does deliver that. It's a round for 9Z on the pistol on the T side of Overpass. No better way to start this series. No overt celebrations. No overreactions. 9Z know this will not be an easy game. And I actually like that. Focus. Save your energy. Don't amp Spirit up. 9Z stay locked in. Heavy B start for Spirit. 9Z clear connector on this anti-force. Even the Deagle firing off makes it pretty clear that Spirit are bought. Donk in prolific position. None of these shots going to be easy against jumping SMGs and wide swinging rifles. Looking for an entry. That entry might be down B.
They go. Max at the front of this. That's real ugly on the Mac-10. Rotates now starting to arrive for Team Spirit. Man up. Shiro takes it one step further. You're hemorrhaging players. Spirit blocked off by that smoke. They really wanted to pick up the pace. Try and just charge it down there with the advantage. Boost up. Nice way to try and change your fortune, but you don't capitalize right away. You can't stay up there. Re-smoke to lock them out at CT. This would be a massive recovery for 9Z. In comes Shiro's Deagle, ready to rip it from them. With damage done on the Mayan, what's he meant to do? One shot ends his round, and there it is, connected at the hands of that Donk Deagle.
Well, that's a sickening shot from Shiro coming back up Heaven's side. 9Z were not expecting that rotation so late in the round. All of Spirit down on the bottom. And then Shiro comes back in for the Heavens with a saving grace here for Team Spirit. Force buy picked up quickly, and 9Z already dealt a difficult hand. A fully broken buy. Didn't see Overpass last time. It was the second ban between these teams. 9Z went for the nuke pick. They got one round on the T side. Nothing else. Mirage didn't fare much better.
Last time 4 rounds total in the series. Hell, even when they played Spirit earlier in the year out in Rotterdam, the best they were able to manage was 6 rounds on any map. So, peek out towards long, closing in with his AK.
Spotted.
Shiro had missed the timings, but saw him there. So he finally gets that information. Lasso peek dealt with, and that's the hero gun dropped alongside.
Irretrievable. Makes this round seemingly impossible, but Shiro throws his smoke out in the open, and so that gets him killed. Don't let that compound. Donk up close, simply done by him. A 2v4. The AK picked back up. Max might have to swing off that Molotov. Donk, oh, doesn't adjust. It's Magic's trade. This looks fine for Spirit in a 3v1. Pistol trying to pick someone, and Zontic says no. So Spirit converts, breaking 9Z down and putting them back on Glocks.
Пацаны, послушайте, Андрей, дай мне эмку. Пацаны, все понятно, как они...
As well, 9Z have had their fair share of incredible results in this tournament, smashing their way into this third stage. Spirit have not been sleepers either. It's not just the record of only losing one map, it's also some of the domination they've shown across this tournament. Think about that game versus Na'Vi on Dust2. 13-1-ing. In short, a matchup we know Spirit love a lot, have a great track record on, up against Na'Vi. But they are making quick work of every single opponent they face. A team that cannot be counted out. So much so, the defending champions here at Cologne.
All right, gun round now for 9Z. First real test of this T side. You've already missed out on one huge opportunity, winning the pistol, falling down at the force. If you don't get off the ground in this first gun round, you're off to a pretty woeful start in this first half, and Spirit are going to start amassing these CT rounds very, very quickly. Already a man down, and it's your point man, it's your trigger man, luchov, gone. His first rifle of the game, dead in seconds to that con fight at the hands of Donk.
Donk even gets out as well, so back to the B side, can rotate up top. Take swinging wide, does offer up a fight, and DGT wins it. Big pick to keep the pressure on, and what that will do is it will keep Donk on this B bomb site. He wanted to go and stack top. Well, now he's stuck down lower as 9Z get closer on A. Boiler's control taken, Lurk Smoke pushes them forward. Magix tries to bait for Shiro, but he's lost a lot of info here on short side. That spam, they don't take him up on it. Magix and Shiro eventually falling all the way back. Donk is considering this rotation.
Low time. So Donk's going to arrive here in the exact moment that Spirit will need him. Push coming in for 9Z, all the openers, but one guy goes overlooked. It's the one guy you can't afford to discount. Backstab from Tanir now leaves it down to a 1v1, and he's closing in quickly. He's coming for Iron right now, knows he's trapped out towards this truck. Sees where the plant is. Can't get in his head that he's gotten anywhere else. You know that right round this corner is the last man for 9Z. Iron not moving a muscle, finally goes for the swing and gives it over to Tanir.
Very patient from Tanir, right? This is a very aggressive player when he was picked up into this roster, but he has sharpened his senses lately for Spirit. Smart way to play it. Patience pays off, and Mayan can't sit there forever. He doesn't feel like it. To be honest, I think Tanir wasn't going to clear that corner. It looked like he discounted the position. He really thought he was behind the truck. He thought he had him trapped, so... Wow, and if he had a bit more patience in him, that might have been his round. Donk's double not in vain. In fact, triple. Spirit go on to string more rounds together. IEM always making these rounds interesting with at least a rifle. Keeping options open. Definitely worth doing on the T side.
Setting up donk. Oh, and he's dead right away. Luchov gets his revenge.
Luchov v Donk is no doubt an exciting head-to-head. A surprising one. But Luchov has earned a lot of respect this major.
And on the run up to it, man. Got to remember some of those games out in Astana. Shiro off the mark and now pinned in at the truck. Needs a helping hand because these Tech 9s close in quickly.
So it's pistols, 2 rifles.
An opening kill secured onto Donk. The rest of the gang just up running over that A-bomb site. IEM getting around on the board this early in dire circumstances is a mammoth task, but they pull through with pistols. It looks like Spirit are going to attempt a last-second retake or something. They're still floating around here. They feign the fallback, but IEM are not taking any of these rounds for granted. They will not let you get away with something so cheeky so early in this series.
That's so sick for IEM. The fact that it's not just like one guy hangs around for the maybe, it's all 4 players are holding the line, knowing if they just kill them quickly, they can still get out with their guns. So really nice from IEM, knowing that Spirit are going to try and push the boat out, squeeze any advantage, be tricky. And we've already seen the Ninja up on this A site back in one of the early stages from Big, so IEM are not falling for that. Excellent round. Despite pistols, they make it work. Luchov with a huge entry on Donk. IEM peeking after the flash. And every round really counts on this T side of Overpass. Breaking the money does even more. That is an option if IEM can follow up now.
Saw IEM play this in their first game of Stage 3 versus Paravision, 13-1 after an 11-1 T side out of IEM. And that whole game was spearheaded by Hassel Peak and Luchov, top of the board by quite some margin. So reassuring to see one of those two looking good to get this going, and some signs of life for Luchov already. 4v4 in this round, but that feels all right for IEM.
Group down on B, but block smoke comes in and Spirit goes searching for answers. Soltix uncertain about his rotation, leaning back towards this lower site. It's a pass of Hasso Peak to try and fake this one out. He's got a wallbang on Donk and he does find him in the Molotov. Pushed back by that spam. Good read, but still Spirit gamble below.
Soltix bails him out with the first man in, and there's that cover for the next. Thought the fake would have pulled the wool over their eyes, but you still go walking into a stack at lower. Orp arrives in time for that trade. Spirit keep it clean.
Yeah, nice call from Spirit, not to over-rotate, maybe a read on seeing Hassel Peak alone in middle. But that was just going to be the B commit, that was the one-man fake, and they were right in that. Very late molly on toilets to have the whole team behind it. So again, another round where Donk is found, but Spirit still get it done in a disadvantage. And that has felt like the difference of this major as well. Not to say that Donk has been quiet, but the other players have absolutely stepped up for Spirit.
So Peak again on this solo venture in the toilets. With the spot, but a swing and a miss. Now it's down to Donk to close in and deal with him in the toilets.
Just swings into that HE. Knows he has him trapped in the corner. Donk doesn't care about the util damage. He just guarantees the frag. It's dirty. It's going to cost 90.
And you're one of the few players that are Donk. You will just charge a conflict, meet it head on. Flashes out into this B site in the downtime, and 9Z again hoping that the misdirect has pulled players away. It hasn't. 3 here for Team Spirit. They lose to Near first. That Shiro warp comes as a real surprise, and you might overlook Zontix down here. Important clear for DGT. Bomb plant. And some road to run here for 9Z. It's a little claustrophobic short, especially as this heaven smoke fades. Shiro now gifted a sightline. Myern holding for this swing, knocks the AWP out of commission.
It's a slow flank.
Got to get value from Magix here. And with Donk already dead, now Magix needs the entire round single-handedly. luchov shuts him down. 9Z with a third. This T-side taking shape, as now the money is broken for Team Spirit.
Oh, dare I say a rare mistake from Donk there. Magix has the timing. Magix is right behind that AWP on default, and Donk goes peeking in. Always want to back his aim. Hard to criticize with the results we get, but one more second of patience, and Magix has that kill. Suddenly they're at a 2v2, and Donk has a kit as well, so had to happen.
All right, massive round coming up here, because even though Spirit have their economy shattered, they go for the 4-spy. Now, this game started with 9Z winning the pistol. They went on to lose against the Spirit Force, and that cost them a handful of rounds right off the rip.
Yeah, but this is a very different round now. It's not, 9Z having a MAC-10 and 3 Galils. It's 4 AKs and an AWP. Sure, Spirit have a little bit more as well, but 9Z have warmed into this game. It's going to be a little bit harder this time for Spirit. And the alternative is terrifying, because we could be seeing a 5-round T-side for 9Z at bare minimum here on Overpass. Just got to break through these SMGs. Spirit stack. Oh! It's ugly, but it gets a job done. Nades on Monster have done a lot of damage from Zontix and Magix. So if 9Z do decide to walk out, they're not just walking into Donk, but a primed HE that will land on their head. I see a lot of ways this can go wrong.
Flash available as well. That's going to go out first. Donk waits for the shots to rally through. Now that nade primed and ready to go. Donk lights up the first players in.
Oh.
P250 does big damage. And one bullet from this Magix MP9 is enough to end the run of Myern and Wasso Peak in this 2v2.
Would they save? Would they dare to save in a round like this? But you are a shot from death. This SMG will tear through 9Z. And they're going to give it a go. This is everything on the line here for the South Americans. Under the scope, under the scout, Shiro saw something. He peeks out, can't find that shot. But Magix is still the joker in the pack. Waiting to be the problem. Smoke
Shiro
on the site. Magix goes in. Bomb drop, 10 seconds. There's no saving this.
Yeah, round done. Shiro just had to be a noisemaker, draw attention away from Magix, and the rest falls into place. Oh, and Donk getting fired up now.
In English.
That's another 4-spy win for Spirit at a critical juncture in this game.
Oh my goodness, Donk. Love it when we get that out of him. He hits some lovely shots off that MP7. Makes it look so easy against AKs. Perfect flash from Zontix to put him in, and yeah, Spirit just waiting on that monster side. Shut down the gun round. That was 9Z's chance to go 5-5 on this half. And now they're on Glocks. You can't take your eye off the ball for a second against Team Spirit. Massive force buy win, and 9Z have to hit some horrendous Deeg shots. Donk and Shiro rifled up, ready and waiting.
Shiro this time at the front of the pack, and it's Donk providing cover from the long side. They trade places to the same results. A mow down out towards the toilets. And this next one decides whether or not this is a half of missed opportunities for 9Z. Falling down a force buys 2 times over, both representing massive chances to break into this T side. This could have been a winning half. That's what you're telling yourself right now. You're left scrapping for 5, and who even stand the chance to get there? This rifle round can't fall apart.
Yeah, you're not going to break Spirit's money either. This is back-to-back 4-buy rounds now for Spirit. 9Z have had their opportunity, as you said, fumbled it twice. What can they make of this T side with that in mind? Donk aggressive in middle. They come through the smoke. He doesn't overcommit. Goes for the second peek with Shiro, and it's perfect. Just getting whittled away is Hwaso peek. Luchov runs out con to B water, but Spirit block. They're offering no route back in this round, and Spirit are hunting him down. Magix, hello, surprise, surprise. And Donk follows up. You can't get one past this team right now. Donk is dead, but a 4v2. What have 9Z got?
Just a rough place to be. Kind of feels like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't here. 2v4. If you save, this is all you're working with in that next round, the final of the half. If you lose it, though, everyone's broke. Tag down range. Shiro softened up, and that might draw you in to Zontic's play in this bait and switch. Waiting on that corner for his chance to strike. Half looking to get away from 9Z as Mayern, 20 seconds left, trapped in a box. And so Spirit taking all these rounds of consequence, refusing to get broken throughout the entire CT side. Anytime they looked vulnerable, anytime there was a chance for 9Z to start streaking rounds together, the record will show they did not falter.
Yeah, and that's a 3rd timeout burned here by 9Z. All by the end of the first half. It just shows how much has gone wrong for this team. Really does hurt, considering you could have really made the argument that 9Z have a competitive game here, a competitive T side. But just multiple fumbles. Pressure getting to them. And Team Spirit on top. Ready to shoe in a 9-round CT side. Still with... I think it's still impressive to note that Spirit, with all expectation, with all pressure on their shoulders, with the run that 9Z have had, none of this is making them look nervous, look scared. They're playing their game. Donk's still extremely aggressive. There's good util usage all half. Shiro's not even really been AWPing. He doesn't need to. And so Spirit are just looking extremely comfortable in this game. Sure, you can say, but it's just 9Z. But maybe Vitality thought that as well. Final swing at this B site.
Good flash, gets the ball rolling, double entry from the captain. Ooh. Magix with a shutdown of his own. They'll clash out towards Monster, and Magix puts on a show. Hwaso peek going into a terrifying 1v2. Donk is quick to shut them out of it. 3 rounds for 9Z on the T side of Overpass. Spirit winning every round of consequence, refusing to make this one easy. In fact, they want to make it quick. They're eyeing up that 3-0 finish, and Overpass looks to go their way in dominant fashion.
There's the flash, that's going to catch Crims out, they're going to push on through, MBK gets one, but Crims with the spray down, he gets himself the triple, and Fnatic are not done yet!
Can you believe it?
Spirit shocking 9Z on Overpass. It's Team Spirit staring a flawless run in the face right now. Getting all the way through this Cologne Major, only having dropped one map, and they are showing no signs of slowing down. This little pocket pick for 9Z, a change from the last time these squads faced off, has not provided the salvation these South Americans thought it would.
Yeah, well, they needed a change. They got 4 rounds in the series last time. Spirit looked to deal them a deadly blow yet again. Domination on the CT side. And a pistol to put a bow on it for Team Spirit. They won 2 force buy rounds. Even lost the pistol. Still Spirit sit with 3 times the rounds. 9Z, no idea where Spirit are. They are triple B. Rotating Max up top site. Mayon as well. Jump spotting. Spirit getting closer. Ready to throw in and execute.
Magix loves these little quiet sneak around pistols with a big explosive ending. And there's the opener. Shiro gets the ball rolling. Max, the only other player in the bomb site, has to buy as much time as he can. That's a nice way to get the ball rolling on that, but more where this came from for Max. And they close in on both sides of him. Magix left into this clutch. Might have the info. DGT's right there. It's about the rest of them. They're in through the back line. Magic's iced out. Pistol round picked up for 9Z.
All right, first step in the right direction, but let's not count our chickens before they hatch, shall we? Luchov with an important double from a relatively quiet game from the guy. It's been Huaso, Peak, and Mayan doing the most here for 9Z. Spirit, with no bomb plant, might just feel like the first gun round is the way to play. Many maps you'll want to force on, but Overpass T-side can get tricky, so Spirit just want to streamline this start of the half. Deagle on Donk, he gets what he wants.
I think it's just kind of gladiator strat, right? Let Donk go out with the Deagle, see what he can get. You hope he gets 4. Maybe he will.
You never know with this guy.
It's the one player you really can't say there's a limit on it. But if he doesn't, next guy gets the Deagle. Who's it going to be? That's the game that Spirit are playing.
Flash for the toilets. Maybe Glocks just soak up the shots for Donk here. And he's playing Julies. The balls to call Spirit's bluff on the force buy here. But he might have the gun for the job. Should I say guns? Get him.
Oh, now they're burning alive as well. Bit of help from Luchov. Couldn't let Mayan take all the glory.
He's still got that orb coming in now, Mayan. 67.50 before the buy. And they get it in the first gun round. Spirit get everything else.
Таня, осторожно, хаешка.
Now with 4 rounds between you and Spirit and a CT side to play, I think the intrigue for 9Z should be there. If they're able to take this first rifle round, this scoreline is going to close up. This is already more rounds than they managed in the entirety of last series.
Oh, he saw the feet. He's looking for that AWP pick. Jump shot. Hello? Better with the MP9, I think. Abe will still land. Zontic's getting harassed, but
he's thinking to himself, how many more of these nades they got back there? And Max does have more to offer up. This is going to be time with DGT kind of creeping around short, but he doesn't commit to the fight. Instead, they're looking at Monster, and Magix is here alone with that bomb.
ooh, he just pulled his knife. Careful, buddy. Boost comes up. Spirit look for this pick on B site. Oh, and they saw a lot there. 2 different players spotted by Zontix. You just feel like this B hit is coming. If you're 9Z, you've spotted a lot of players outside this site. It's too quiet on A, and starts his rotation down.
DGT, first contact taken, and an opener for 9Z. This leaves the B site as a 4-on-4 because Mayan's arrived on that AWP, and DGT's not done yet. Donk's softened up, still gonna get his.
Oh.
Don't get ahead of yourselves here, 9Z.
Good shot.
Things change
Oh.
quickly. Donk might be low, but he's not dead yet. Luchov left as the sole player in this, and Donk deletes him. No reaction from Donk. Ice cold at the end of it, but he's a shot away from death the whole damn time.
Run that back. My head hurts. Donk just one-tapped me, I think. In through the heaven and just destroyed by Donk. You can tag him, but you got to finish the job. This was 2 very low players for Team Spirit, and Magix and Donk get through. You miss 1 shot, you pay the price. My God, Donk. You'll feel that in the morning. Donk is here to win another major, but Luchov says not yet.
I mean, surely you just turtle up now. The guy that does the impossible stuff is dead.
Zontix is
This is
getting
DGT.
headshots.
little annoying there, right? You go out, you have Luchov getting aggressive over in mid. He finds Donk, he finds the danger man. An equalizer still presents itself all the same. So there's a fair bit of stress in this round now for 9Z. Suddenly they have to stay a little more committed. They have to play for the info. They want to know where this round is ending up, and they're about to get these fights alongside.
Ooh,
opening kill for Max, but Tania and Magix go on a recover.
Wow. How did they recover that? I mean, 9Z not expecting 3 players dry peeking long. So after they get their first kill, they recommit, but Spirit get the best possible scenario. They get to reset, they pick up the orb, they go back down lower. If this gamble continues, it's a lost round from the get-go. 9Z keep Huaso Peak in heaven, giving them a fighting chance. But what kind of exec does Spirit want to throw, or is it just contact? If they block heaven, they win the round. No intention to reveal themselves. Spirit walk in with 20 seconds, giving Huaso Peak a chance.
There's the catch.
Rounds on.
Util comes in. So Peak on this spam knocks out Tania. Does Magix have a low HP clutch in him? Missed shot from that AWP and no time left to plant. He runs for the hills. 9Z go on to recover in this round.
Just excellent shooting from Huaso Peak as well. Just bangs out that first player, converts the spray blind through the smoke on the second. Has no business getting a double from heaven there, and Spirit's contact play eludes them. Saved by the bell, 10 seconds. 9Z win the round, and Spirit leave with just this AWP. They put all their money in.
Every time 9Z played against the Spirit Force Spy in that first half, they went on to lose the round. With it, they lost out on the chance at a fantastic T side. This one, CT half of Overpass, the favored side, you cannot afford to fall down to this force.
It'd be backbreaking. Oh, do you really need this fight? Six is looking for it. Huaso Peak taking a big risk in spamming the smoke. Might have every advantage. Except for, okay, another tag. Going back up top site, 3B for 9Z. And jump spotting, Luchov in toilets. Shiro's orb still waiting.
Third man moves up towards this top site. 9Z abandoned the B stack. They're even going to throw in a 4th rotation. Screw it, the whole gang's coming. 9Z are on their way. A stack will take shape very, very quickly. And so a 5v5 clash for the A control. 15 seconds. Donk gets it going with the Deagle, but in come all these rifles to clean up. Shiro's thinking about saving. Tania can't save them. Shiro whittled down, and this AWP is getting removed.
Oh, they're waiting after time. They full punish Shiro. They literally held the shot in his face while he's firing off on the AWP just so they could kill him and really punish. Send a message. Nice shutdown here from 9Z. That front sight smoke giving them so much cover, just adding chaos. Pistols cannot contend. So 9Z finally defeating a force spy. This road to recovery, this catch-up game against Team Spirit. EGT covered by Max, Tania back in the connector. Not much available really for Spirit in this round. It's just Donk, Deeg, Armor. No one else with anything but pistols, no nades. Really just have to rely on an entry kill to go your way. They're giving Donk time in toilets, but everybody else leaning B-side.
Third batter up. Shiro dons that deagle now. And it's feeling cursed. Whoever grabs it dies to DGT, who's on for the ace. Won't be able to realize that ace, but still, 9Z, no issues there against the pistol. A flawless round, a 2-round game. Scoreline that's rapidly closing up. And it's a real team effort from 9Z, right? This is far and away from the Luchov, Huaso Peak carries that you've seen in games gone by. This is everyone showing up, everyone pulling their weight.
For a while, it was just Huaso Peak. Now he's got support. Spirit have to dig deep here. Integral gun round. This game will even up if Spirit loses rounds on 6 to 7. They're pushing out Monster Smoke. Confidence on display for 9Z. They go all the way through. 5v4 found by 9Z, and so much of the map goes dark for Spirit. Look how desperate they feel. Like they have to go back and just hit this B bomb site, hoping that 9Z have over-rotated. They're not entirely wrong. DGT is leaning back up top site with those really fast smoke and flash thrown by Donk. That will draw 9Z in, but you've got to beat past 2 more players in this site. Luchov is hanging around.
They've missed their monster re-smoke. That came in from the top site, lobbed down to try and help these B defenders and enable this 3-man stack. With no one peeking monster, I think this might slow the roll of Spirit. It will not. There is no smoke here to obstruct them. So peek, a little early on that nade, could have been big. Now the push comes in, flash to signal it. You get very little warning here. Got to keep your wits about you. Rotates on their way down. DGT going to open. Spirit had to slow this, had to wait for that smoke out towards heaven. That's delayed everything. Donk caught out in the open, and Shiro won't be able to thread the needle on this 1v3. There's just not time for it. Reposition on the short side sees Luchov closing the net for a backstab. 9Z are 1 round away from tying this up.
They don't look stressed. It's 9Z getting caught out of position in this round, completely out of that B bomb site. Huaso Peak chased down. A great shot from Donk, but Luchov doesn't panic. He full flanks. 9Z patient, sit back in CT. They let Spirit bleed out the clock, and that's what this half has come down to. Spirit going too late to win these rounds, running out of time, running out of util, and now running out of chances. This is a 1-round game. Spirit are putting money back in. 9Z are believing, and for good reason. Because even though disaster struck in that first half, they are still here.
Are we going to see a change of pace? Because usually it's been Donk left to his own devices on these lurks out towards mid. This time, front toilet smoke, Spirit walk right through it. And there's a 4-man stack at lower for 9Z. That puts the Iron Orb as the only thing between Spirit and this A play.
My flash, he spots everything. Mayan has to give it up. That gives Spirit control and a post pawn. That puts them in a very potent position. Donk has a smoke to block something. Needs to go down soon to stop this retake. 9Z just have to throw everything they've got into this round.
There's that smoke. He delayed it as long as he could. He wants to get as much time wasted off of this util as possible.
Forces them through bank. 3 Spirit players playing here.
1 choke point. Lots of guns trying to come through it. Zontics and Magic's picking apart this bank retake, and with a bit of help from Donk, things turn sour quickly. Him and Shiro side by side, time so low, and that pistol kill on Amaya seals the deal on this. Team Spirit with their breakthrough round low economy, fast play, up A.
Third force by one in this game. I mean, it's still Spirit playing for later. They save some cash, but Tech9's explode. You said it in the pistol. Magix loves calling these little sneaky walk plays where they get as deep as they can and just run the execute. And look at what it does. 9Z have only Mayan on this top side. He cannot hang around. If he sits backside with the AWP and just tries to play his life and take multiple shots, he's going to give them an AWP, even if he takes kills with him. Has to give it up entirely. That gives Spirit all the room. They run over 9Z.
Oh, now they've got you paranoid about A. So what does Spirit do in response? Instant hit at the B site. Donk double entry. And that is map point right there for Spirit.
This guy is the best counter-strafing in the world. Sure, his aim is remarkable, but how does he stop? It makes it look like he's still running when he finds that double headshot. Donk, tap of the S key, and he is in your head with 2 kills. That is round over. Magix, crazy call. But Donk believes, takes that front spawn, and shoves that AK down 9Z's throat. And 9Z got to be feeling so rough. Look at these last 2 rounds in this game. Eco, half buy, pop on the A site, get it done with Tech9's, and then full B rush through your utility, and you don't get a single kill. 9Z have to stay focused, keep their head strapped on. What a close game this is, but what a game it could have been if not for these 3 low economy round wins from Spirit.
And 9Z now in a very tricky position. They've been down to take some risks. They've been down to get aggressive. Do you still have faith in that? Knowing that if you overextend, if you give away an opener, that is your map pick brushed aside, handing a win over. Certainly seeing some stress set in. Max missing that util, hallmark of a very stressful environment. Desperate for any edge to try and force an opening.
Do 9Z have the balls to make a play, right? We've seen monster pushes. We've seen some aggressive moves in the CT side, but up against map point, I don't know if they do. Spirit get to play their round out. No one moving a muscle. 9Z root in place, pick their positions.
I mean, this has been like a fantastic set of calls for Magix, right? The pacey A hit, exploiting the one-man sight hold into a fast B, anticipating an overreaction on the other end of the map. Final round of what Spirit want to be the final round of play. They go back to this slow crawl, knowing that the paranoia of those fast rounds bait util at a 9Z. They don't have a lot in this to try and take pace out at the end of this timer. And so they are at the full mercy of a Spirit exec here. Ontic's on the long side, operating alone. The rest of Spirit going to try and move in under the cover of this lurk smoke.
No, waiting. If he can find Donk, that would be everything. Blinded, missed shot. He gets run down by Tania, rotates her in, and Max is here. Triple kill from the truck, out top. Shiro has a clutch to do, and he only has 5 seconds to do it. 9Z will live to fight one more round at least. Shiro can't even survive as Luchov holds the line, and 9Z double digits. They do not give up easy. They do not go down without a fight. What a multi-kill from Max. Bottom performer of his team stands tall on that rotation. Spirit are right back with guns. Again, 9Z utilizing this boost, really trying to find an advantage, but never bearing fruit. Molly tags Luchov, position revealed. And a dirty headshot from Huaso Peak.
find a way to force this opening. You've seen him really dedicated to these monster skirmishes, been keen on trying to open the round then and there. So delivering a 5v4 for 9Z.
Donk is extremely passive. He's only now getting moving through Playground out long, realizing he has a bit more room than he anticipated. They're going to need him in this round. Shiro getting offered nothing in his position. 9Z don't want to make a move in a 5v4. Fake nades thrown up top, but they will recommit to B later in the round. Magix is a monster. They have no other choice. So even if Donk wants to commit, he can't. He's got to go back and join his team. Spirit with a last second execute into this B bomb site. And 9Z have 3 players here.
Now Spirit go for this and come up short. They only have 2 players with money moving forward. So that would be another chance versus the Force Buy to try and force OT. But this B site has to hold. Nades rain in. Wasso Peak gets whittled down by them. Tania, first man to fall for the Spirit squad. Bit of help from the Maya and AWP and things stall out. There isn't time for Spirit anymore. Magix never even makes it to the site with that bomb. Save called, round written off. 9Z a round away from overtime.
Unbelievable. Spirit keep losing to the clock. They keep going for these site hits, and 9Z are holding their nades so well. Deep breath as you go into round 24, and Donk has something to say. He has a call in mind. The Spirit keep falling short to the clock. That is the 3rd round they've had to save guns in this T side. Oh, Donk's with the smoke. And they realize luchov on a check takes 2.
And now you just breathe easy because 9Z, a massive opportunity on the back of that double has been bestowed upon you. luchov,
Spot him.
does he really want more than this? 5v3, and he's still gunning for more, just wasting Shiro's time out on the long side.
It's nice. Even that presence is going to make Spirit really slow to clear this long position. And 9Z, they reaggress elsewhere. luchov is not losing his confidence. He's towing a fine line. But he's looking to be the guy to send 9Z into overtime. This is an unforgivable position to lose from. 9Z have to close.
Flash in. Iron didn't see anything on that jump as a result. Recommits to it, but a missed shot from Shiro. Now that 3rd man making his way up. Max sneaking on the rotation. Might come as a surprise to Team Spirit. 30 seconds left, and this hit's got to start sooner rather than later. You're lending a lot of time to 9Z here.
And Molly, oh, he goes through.
They get out through the front of the toilets. Tania, eyes on truck.
Oof.
There's an opening. One more man truck side, not yet known about. Max is waiting to spring this trap, and he will be required after all. 15 seconds here. Captain fires up, but a missed opportunity. Oh no, 9Z! And the 5v3 that just might get away from them. This comeback was right there. It was coming through. luchov made sure of as much. And I think you get rid of the big man, you got rid of Donk, it still might not be enough.
It's a massive flank.
So Peak, you can't mess that one up. Backstab on Shiro, leaves it to bottom of the board to Near. Guy that was scrutinized a lot when he first moved in his Spirit. Spotted in that corner, DGT shuts him down. And 9Z run it into overtime.
They recover almost the worst round of their life. A 5v3 forced by luchov. Entries handed right over. Whiff from Max with the clock in his favor. And still 9Z close it. They clutch up. They stay calm. What a recovery here from 9Z in this game. This was a 9-3 lead from Team Spirit. This was a game that could have been gone in regulation, if not for multiple forced by victories from Spirit. And now they've really got to dig deep. Staying on this T side in overtime, it won't get easier.
These pacey rounds are what put everything back in order for Spirit last time. They try and run it again. They go right in at DGT. Donk did get ahead of this. Wasso Peak just shuts it down before it's a problem. And another 5v3 for 9Z.
The repush. Shiro's on this. He's just scoped it. He hits the flick. Another 5v3 that Spirit pull back. Not again. Not like this. Can 9Z once again stop themselves from slipping over? Don't play too soon. Luchov on the flank. Tania holding for this. Shiro looks for his third pick. Standoff in connector as both players wait on the wall. Spirit are going to come up. Luchov could kill all three. This is a hard corner to clear. Tania going early.
Off the way the first. There's that swing out of Magix for the instant trade, and now 9Z got to get scrambling, got to get a move on. Again, hoping that a flank can be their salvation. This time, Max putting himself in position for that backstab. Plant goes down. And Max has to really take his time here, sneaking all the way from the connector. Swing out early for Magix has gifted a kill. And Shiro's still paranoid from that last lurk. Nothing spotted long side, but the AWP scope is heard. Max now knows where this AWP is. They're going to try and double swing him. Going to face him together. That missed shot seals the deal. Defuse grabbed, 9Z recovering. Another advantage that was slipping through their fingers. They're having a second win in this overtime. That's a team ace for this first round. Everyone pulling their weight.
Unbelievable, because they keep giving Spirits way back in, but then they don't let them lose the round. 5v3 goes 3v3 in the blink of an eye, and still 9Z clutch up in these 2v2s. Unbelievable resilience from 9Z in this game. A team that absolutely hammered them in stage 2. A team that has dropped one map this entire major. It's been 4 rounds since Donk has had a kill, and you can feel it. Spirit slowing down. 9Z picking up steam. This is where you earn your salt as an in-game leader. On the hardest half in Counter-Strike, on the T side of Overpass. And 9Z are playing confident Counter-Strike in your face. Tania through the smoke. Oh dear. It's right below him, and Tania has no clue. That nade will give it away. He's going to give it away completely. DGT, easy kill. He's out. Shiro can't trade.
Believe that. You can't believe how you've just snatched this opening. DGT, it's feeling like it's on rails now for 9Z. Timings that could go either way finally coming up in their favor. And a boost in the mid-round. Timing missed on players making it up through short. They'll get there back in time. Disassembling that boost quickly. 4-man stack in at lower. Wasso Peak deleted on the first turn round the corner for Zontix.
Can Donk save them?
Monster side. Shiro waiting for a reaggress. Won't be handed one. The real hit coming in towards Monster. DGT, second kill of the round. Will that be enough? Donk dead as he tries to carve a path in for Spirit. Goes running right in to this Maya and AWP. And the rest of Spirit face the same fate. Shut down and chewed up in Monster. 9Z with back-to-back rounds.
And we've seen some swings, we've seen some misses from Myon across this major. It's been the riflers that have taken the attention from 9Z, but my God, is he stepping up in this CT side of Overpass against Team Spirit, surging towards the playoffs here at the Cologne Major. Top performer for his team. Another multi-kill round for Myon, finds Donk out Monster. And part of that 2v2 to start off this OT as well. Spirit are going back to their roots. They're going back to a faster beat.
Zontic's at the helm. That molly forces him to commit. It throws the timing completely off for Spirit. Donk can't recover that. Tanier won't make up for it either. And as Monster just gets crushed on this push, you are left with nothing. 2v4. Magix and Shiro have got one smoke to work with. And a whole lot of uncertainty as they go towards A. They've got to clear everything.
And this was 12-9 for Team Spirit. They had to close it in regulation, it felt like. Because going into overtime, staying on that T side, CTs with AWPs, it has proven to be a very tricky route for Team Spirit. 2 Galils for crying out loud. Against the might of this South American mix, and 9Z just sit back and wait. Luchov re-pushing on long. IEM jumping on this top site. He has had one hell of a map. His best yet at the Major, and there might be more in store.
IEM miss. They're gonna get in. Luchov backstab. Will it arrive on the perfect timing? They've spotted it, but not able to deal with it. Luchov, a flawless half secured for 9Z. And what a recovery this is, this plucky South American squad. Maybe about to pull off the upset to start this series. A turnaround with multiple chances for Spirit to close, now long forgotten about. The trickiest task still in front of them, this T side, notoriously difficult. But things have changed on Overpass. 9Z making less mistakes, embracing the risk, embracing the fights. And 1 round away from a shocking upset win to begin this progression to playoffs.
And it's not like you can look at this game and you can say, hey, Donk went missing, Shiro went missing. Both these players at 24 kills. Things were going swimmingly. Things were going to plan for Spirit. They had a 3-round lead with map point locked in. But still, 9Z have dug deep and Spirit have cooled off. Clutches after clutches, late rounds after late rounds. 9Z still need to prove it on this T side. It's easier said than done. Shiro finds the man advantage. Z walked through the toilets. Shiro focused on the short side by side with Donk. What other two could you want to stop this A hit? 35 seconds as 9Z reroute, but it's the same destination. It's into this A site. They don't have a smoke to block rotation, so they need these entries clean.
You hear Magic's beginning his rotation. That might lead to you wanting to pick up the pace a little here, because you're worried the window is closing on this A play. Magic's dead. Donk only managing 1. Now Shiro is really in the spotlight. Shiro's got to be the difference maker. Teammate's still a ways away, and he's dead after that first. Max wrestles with the AK, but regains control, and the finish line is right there for 9Z. All that's left to do is cross it. Zontix, is he in any position to get this done? Close, right round the corner. 9Z away. And what a stunning turnaround on Overpass. Stunning Team Spirit to get this series going.
9-3 lead for Spirit. They were locking in force buys, laughing their way to victory lane. 9Z on that AWP as well. A team game for 9Z. Every single one of these players, 3 of them at their debut major, all showing up against the world best team. In Vitality, in Spirit, both of them on the ropes. And now we find out what happens here at the rest of this series. It's Mirage, it's map 2, it's 90's chance to do the impossible.
Wonder what kind of tone Spirit are going to try and set for this T side. Saw them on Overpass with a variety of paces. It was the quicker rounds that fared far better. This pistol leaving a little trick up their sleeve. 2 players through the connector. DGT will get that info and quickly move to conceal this space, or concede this space rather. Doesn't want to give away that entry, but it goes the way of Spirit all the same. Whoa. Hell of a shot for Myern. What more do these dualies have? You hit a blinder like that, but then 3 Spirit players rush him down.
Oh, everywhere Spirit go, they play it together. Multiple players peeking into these CTs, and now it's just Donk, and that's all you need as he hunts them down in spawn. 3 frags for Donk, and at range, DGT low. Just got to get out of there. What a great pocket pistol for Spirit. Getting all that window control was a very smart decision to give it up for DGT rather than overcommit to the fight. But in doing so, Spirit takes space everywhere else. Trading every player in that site, and Donk just going on to shut out any hope of a retake. Team Spirit back in business with a pistol. Overpass, 90 won them both. They lost to the Force in that first half.
Terrorists win.
Let's see what they do with their backs against the wall. Force buy comes in, no surprise.
I mean, pressure is a massive factor here, right? Because when you look at Overpass, you're just at the beginning of the series. Feels like anything can happen. You're on that comeback, and you're just kind of riding the momentum the whole time. You are locked in. There's no outside noise, nothing but you in the game, and you're just riding that high. But now you've had 15 minutes to go outside and think about what you just did. You do sit a map away from those playoffs. What would be a historic run for this 9Z squad. And with that comes a great deal of pressure. Closing can be the hardest part.
He's down, Max smokes it, Mayer backside hits a scout shot. Spirit maybe now regretting hitting this B site because this scout is not done. Double tag before the nade connects. DGT backside FAMAS, no one's looking, no one is looking, and Zontix falls for nothing. Do they know the Max is still in position? They're certainly going to wait it out and hope he is. Up on the balcony, the smoke fades, and Max takes Tanier with him. Shiro whittled away. It is 9Z with the Force this time. Team Spirit on their arse after the pistol.
And you just know it feels great to get one the other way. What with how many of these 4 spy wins came through for Spirit on Overpass.
Yeah, we thought that cost 9Z the map. We were sitting there saying that they could have won this game in regulation if not for these 4 spy victories. Spirit, 3 of them. And now 9Z not just a map up, but winning the money breaker. Absolute dream run from 9Z to get here. Could they really cap it off with a 3-0 run in stage 3? Donk says no. Quick out mid, Spirit take that entry. Rifle lost. Advantage with it.
So Peak, quick to close in on a 4v4. There's smoke there for Shiro.
Dear.
So just gonna have to operate without it. 2 players in at the A site. Myern's gonna be able to help out. Rotates that will arrive very, very quickly with 9Z having just cleared out middle and a player deep on Cat. They quickly dismantle this. They go into a 2-2 hold, so just straight splitting the defense. Neither site better prepared than the other. It's just down to individuals, these crossfires to try and hold on. Myern, what a sequence. And now Wasso Peak ready to finish what Myern started. There's the crushing blow dealt the way of Spirit. This 4 spy goes nowhere. It's 9Z looking to run away with the early game.
Yes, indeed. And they're going to go up 3-1. This is Glocks now for Team Spirit as 9Z just have to catch their breath, try and stay calm. A very impressive start to this map. Lions only got a deagle in this round. They'll make do. Donk the same. Boost in middle. Crazy push to make for luchov. Lions Ego investigating mid-peak. luchov gets back in position. Spirit about to just flood this B site. luchov's got to be very careful. It might be hard to escape. If body tags hit you here, it's going to slow you down. Nothing from Donk. luchov holds on. Plenty more where that came from. Oof.
So luchov does not play scared. He is still looking to stick out these fights in the apartment. DGT's even deep cleared top middle. Max is far away on rotation. It is just one player responsible for this entire B bomb site, and even though you've got fast flanks, you don't want to give away more than you have to in this round, so Max is called back. Shot with a spot, but Max dead straight away.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly he's got to concede the site control. Lend a bit of time to DGT, who was closing in on the backstab. This Zontic's Deagle putting Spirit in a terrifying position. Here's the backstab they were waiting for. And that's just all this pressure getting released.
Okay.
Lasso peak with the final 3. And so round recovered, no worries there. 9Z, they give up a bomb plant, sure, but all that matters is getting that round on the board.
Thought Zontix didn't do headshots. Proves otherwise here with a deagle, trying to drag Spirit through the eco, but when all was said and done, 9Z do collect the round, and Spirit now get into full buy territory. And it absolutely has to hit here, because you can't let 9Z keep riding this high of the CT side with a map in their pocket. Spirit. Straight out middle.
Ceiling didn't feel like the issue for Spirit back on Overpass. It was the floor that was questionable, right? You were getting Shiro and Donk looking good. Combining for over 40 kills as we headed into overtime. But a struggle for the other 3. Spirit own middle. 9Z give up the space, but slowing them down with util. Don't let anything explosive happen yet off of this mid control. Bombs moving backwards, Zontix through the apartments. Gonna link up with Tanir. Heavier lean out towards the A site right now for 9Z. Smoke break, nothing seen from it. Oh, DGT's gonna look for something there. Tag on a Magix, can't finish the job. luchov in the downtime, holding on a short, dead after the first. Max getting put in a bit of a box here with a molly burning behind him. He's trapped in the apartments. Smoke's giving him a way out. Shiro can't find anything from ladder. There's just no give and take. 9Z not giving anything away. Playing this one safe, playing it together, all tucked in. Leaves Zontix alone with an impossible task. 9Z, first rifle round secured. These are massive strides in the right direction.
Yeah, across the board, everybody in their positions holding strong. That is luchov again onto Donk. This has been quite the head-to-head across this series. Donk won out by 1, back on Overpass, 4 fights to 5. luchov starting a lot stronger here in this second map.
Nice!
Back to pistols for Team Spirit. 9Z just taking every round on its own. Slow and steady. been quite the day for the South American squads. Zontix goes looking. Hit his DX last time, but just missing on the back of DGT. DGT who's yet to die 5 rounds into this game. Be entirely open. What a gamble. What a read. 19 not putting a single player towards the B apartments.
Maybe just feeling like they've been able to shut it down so decisively in these first couple of rounds. You don't think Spirit are going to go back to it. And that's a ballsy call to make. But it's one that's looking to pay off for them. Finally going back now just to keep everything in check, keep a watchful eye on that B side, but it doesn't mean this A holds any weaker. 3 players here ready to match Team Spirit every step of the way. And so a convincing shutdown up against this Spirit force, barely points of damage done. 9Z in full control of the early game of Mirage, and you're seeing frustration set in.
Don't call these guys bots in the first map, Harry. He stomped a force buy where he melted them on Monster, and he called them bots. Generational return to form here from 9Z. Even Max jumping onto the window ledge and finding Magic 0 and 5. In-game leader onto in-game leader. Even he's winning that head-to-head at this point. 5-1. Donk, has he had enough? Can he level up? Straight into middle, looking for these dry fights. There is not a smoke down in the connector, but 9Z aren't biting. Break on window, they keep pressure on. They know what's out in middle. They know who's prowling about. They won't give him the satisfaction. Orb backs up to short. Donk had his chance in the ladder room. Go investigating on ramp. 2 players clear it out with a Molotov. Nothing spotted. Re-smoke on short removes a lot of angles for Donk. Do they want to fight him? Do they have it in them on this smoke fade? Even Max pushing B. 9Z are so active. Crossfire to connector. Eventually, Donk is going to have to come through.
Double swing. Luchov gets out with his. Needs a bit of help, and that's what DGT provides, but it's chaos all around the connector. Backstab for Max. Great timing on that as he gets an edge over Magix. And Donk trying to go back for the bomb. Time's low. Time's ticking. And Zontix with 20 seconds. No road left to run. A shutdown from 9Z. They are racking up these rounds. Spirit are being given room to play their game, to run their game plan, and 9Z rip it from them.
Just getting shot in the back of the head, our Spirit right now. DGT is 8-0. He has still not died. 6 rounds to 9Z, 1 to Team Spirit. It was the pistol. Absolute silence since. Some serious frustration. As Spirit just can't put a foot right. Everything they do, denied by 9Z. Back to A-Smokes. Call out a spawn, throw some nades in middle, hoping that, again, 9Z don't go for info because they didn't last time. 9Z right now don't have any eyes deep mid. Luchov is pushing up on shore. There are 3 CTs towards this A side of the map. Not too bad here for 9Z to deal with this pistol pop. Almost like they know it's coming.
So Peak, 2 kills just lined up right in front of him. One man breaks ahead of the pack, but DGT's got the cover. And that's what he's been so good at here. Anytime someone could break through the line, break through the ranks of 9Z, DGT just shuts him down. He's keeping you so restricted. 9-0. And a massive lead right here for the taking. What's standing out in these rounds is just how one-sided they are.
4 пока.
This is not at all what you've come to expect from Spirit at this major. Heading into this series, qualifying to the playoffs, they dropped one map on their entire run, starting back in stage 2.
And they stomped every team they played. Aurora, sure, a great map from Major, showed up on Dust2. Donk was a bit quiet. Spirit got blown out. Doesn't really matter when you look at the full run of Spirit. They dominated everybody, including this very team. But 9Z have leveled up. They took down Team Vitality. They did so after losing their map pick. And sky is the limit for this squad. Playing like they've already won. Playing like they've been here before. This is a debut at the major for 3 players on this squad. They are 6 rounds away from the Lanxess. Shiro silent. Magic's not far off. 0 kills for him as Donk breaks into middle, but he won't escape with his life. Back in spawn, connects an easy kill, and he sees Shiro peek with his AWP as well. An entry into B, that's going to free up the map. Bomb can rotate back, but Shiro is still here. He can't be part of this. Every single player of 9Z in this site, and Shiro doesn't let them escape either. Is this Spirit finding a way back into this game? Tanir thinks so. Mayon 1v3, wrong side of the map, bomb coming in.
It's a liberating feeling knowing that money's not a problem going forward for 9Z. Man is still tracking towards this B site. Every bone in your body is telling you this guy is saving. Just don't go giving him a reason to believe in this round. They've got the apartments on lock. Oh, a little quick off the trigger there. That could have been the incision that gets this clutch going. Instead, it's swing and a miss, and will get punished. Spirit finally breaking through. After 7 rounds of silence, they get on the board. Doesn't come from Donk, gets his one in middle, sure, but it's Shiro and Tanir with critical kills on either end of the map. This can't just be a drop in the bucket. This has to be a turning point for Spirit if they do want to save themselves. You're not worried yet about 9Z letting this lead slip away from them.
Yeah, I wonder if they try and put more pressure on B because they moved away from it after multiple rounds got shut out by these stacks. And now for the most part, 9Z haven't really touched the side of the map. Again, Mayon alone, or sorry, Max alone on B. Mayon very deep on short. They're not really vying for B control. Tanir found that gap last round. They'll hold on again. Look to put pressure on. Put some fear in 9Z, all while Spirit walk out mid and walk out ramp. Zontix finds an entry in A. There's 2 players close sight. He wasn't ready for that. Dink on the Donk, still hits his headshot. Somehow survives. Has Donk got more in store? No, he does not. Shiro through Palace with 1. 3v2, bomb coming in.
I'm going to take the safest possible route. You just have to get away from these AWPs in middle. So that bomb will link up with Shiro. 2 versus 3. Retake being asked for.
Can't miss this.
Max thinking about it. Goes for the swing.
Oh, dear.
Baits the shot. He collects. Missed shot instantly capitalized on. And they just can't seem to deal with this guy. He's being a real nuisance, being real annoying. Shiro gets burnt alive, and that leaves it just on Magic's. This was a 2-on-3 retake. It felt like it was asking too much, but apparently 9Z able to pull through.
Max is just playing with them. He is jumping ticket, keeping them staring at his position. Nades are flying in. Shiro not only misses his shot, he just burns to death. Nade, molly, on your head. Spirit sent home by 9Z. Shocking retake here from the South Americans. And Shiro, that one miss cost them absolutely everything. They are making Donk only get one. He is just getting shut down on trades round after round. It doesn't even feel like they're hard game planning for him or anything. He's getting up connector, he's getting all this room. Getting one, getting out, even living. And then a player just comes in and swings him. And when you expect Donk to hit that perfect, pristine headshot, it's too much. 90 are not afraid to face him. They're afraid of nothing. 8-2. Pace. Is that the answer?
Donk so fast into the ladder room.
Wow.
Not spotted, not knowing about. Free kill, or at least it was meant to be. Luchov gets him. Burns out Magix as well with the molly. Rotates now, starting to scramble, starting to arrive. 9Z know that if they win this, that's double digits teed up. That's double digits right there as the money's broken for Spirit.
That might have been a team flash on Donk.
DGT leads the way. And now you slow it down. You wait for Wasso Peak to close in from the short side. Shiro shuts him down, and Tania bides his time, waiting for that perfect moment. In comes Mayan, and a clash of these AWPers to decide if 9Z get this runaway CT half. He's been so solid in this series. Shiro missed shots have let him down on Mirage, but here, oh no! Mayan's recovered it, and with milliseconds remaining, has stolen that away!
Absolute robbery!
Can you believe it? This is 9Z on the precipice of the playoffs.
This is magical! This is impossible! Vitality was one thing, but to do it in 2 against Team Spirit, to shut them down like this? They just laugh it off. No showboating required.
This was a Spirit who were unshakable. This was a Spirit who couldn't do anything wrong. And here's 9Z, making them look like nobodies on Mirage.
I just don't even know what this is. How they're doing it every round, round after round, from any position. Push back in spawn is the AWP. Mayan, what's he got?
He's riding the high of a clutch that went his way. Riding the high of it. Playoff contention right there and up for the taking. Dead after his one. But no round has felt like too much for 9Z.
Oh no.
3v3 here. They walk right by Max. They will clear him. A big clear for Team Spirit. They're looking for scraps at the end of this half. DGT and Luchov, but this is quite the pairing. This is quite the duo. Out into the open, Shiro should have one. Dead to rights, and with a swing out from spawn, Spirit get their scraps. Still, it's 9Z in pole position, making a mad dash for the playoffs at the Cologne Major.
Stewie's on his own, but look at the time! Look at the time, there's 7 seconds to go the bomb! They're trying to go pyramid, but there's no more play! Stewie's won the round! We go to overtime!
History being made on our screens tonight. 9Z on Mirage with a 9-round first half. This is Team Spirit off the back of an unbelievable run here at the Cologne Major, going quiet when it matters. 2-0. That's what 9Z are vying for. They took down Vitality last night. They look to take down Team Spirit in their stride, and they go quick in this A site.
They know that a well-placed pistol can win them this series. Leave nothing a chance.
What?
Play your best round. Well, so Peak, with a hell of a trade on a donk, has left them in a very doable position.
Doesn't it feel like Donk is just getting robbed sometimes?
Down to this 4-on-4, and this decides, this shapes everything. This could change your entire future, this pistol round. Maya undead as Zontix brushes him aside. DGT and Luchov combine. A lot of damage put down range. Spirit are all low. They're all wounded. And all you've got to do is finish them off. Shiro dead. And Zontix doesn't have the time for this pistol. 9Z pick it up. And now it all starts to feel very, very real.
They just look so calm, and Spirit can't believe it. Donk just won and done every single round, and I mean, at a certain point, it's not just on him. No one has stepped up in this third map, second map. Shiro has missed many, many chances on this AWP. Magix was slow to start, but what more can Spirit do? This match is not about them. It is all 9Z clawing. Down 9-3 on Overpass. It felt like we were just getting the repeat from stage 2. We have seen some underdog runs at majors, but this really is something special. Taking down the top 2 contenders for the major. But Spirit Force Spy comes in with a 5v4.
Losing out on 2 of these opening fights. Tenier puts the hurt on 9Z. Swing out from the spawn side, cover's not there. And so down to a 2v5. They've won some really tricky rounds on this Mirage, but surely this isn't one of them. Net closing on this A site, and DGT finished off. Spirit still have some fight left in them.
Yeah, they have to believe they have no other choice at this point. MP9's made to look like snipers there. Spirit just burst headshots to near triple kill, comes in, and a well-placed force by round as Spirit often do. It's what made Overpass so interesting. It's what gave us overtime. Spirit winning out force buys after losing pistol.
Nice, блядь, nice!
And so you have to believe as 9Z go for full eco. Trying to maximize gun rounds. I like this. Off of a bomb plant, 9 times out of 10 you're going to buy here, but they just want those AKs ASAP. They also want to chat this one over, collect themselves. And what might be one of the most important moments in these 5 players' entire life. What could disappear in front of your eyes if Donk gets his way?
Magics and Zontics shouldn't mess this up. It's only Glocks. 9Z know that rounds they're thinking about lie in their future, not this one. I'll take whatever damage they can get. Spirit aren't keen on giving too much away. So 5 rounds the difference. Games can close up real quick. The most comfortable of leads can very quickly turn sour. For 9Z, I think it's a matter of trying to ride this momentum. You just want to hit them with a knockout blow as soon as possible. The last thing you want is for this game to get any tighter, get any closer. Get Spirit believing again. You've had them downtrodden, looking rough on this map. You want to keep them there. This is one fighter you don't want getting back up. Shiro staying light on his feet. As 9Z run a slow round.
Positions revealed. Spirit know to care for the window. As that smoke comes in, it's not a wall. Spirit know a player could be right behind it. Max is burning out under. Very low, want to be careful with that bomb. This is an A-split brewing. Right now, no one's looking at the window, so this short aggro kind of has to come in for Spirit to stop this split. Hwaso Peak is ready to jump in at a moment's notice. That's the bomb spotted. 38 seconds on the clock and the entry comes in. Donk 1 for 1 again.
Around and Shiro finding the next, but luchov tap brings a bit of intrigue. It's the bomb getting away from them. 25 seconds here, and you've got to thread the needle, get that bomb back, or look for the kills. Shiro on a tight line. DGT caught out in the open. A shot from that Shiro warp, but time is running low. Myern not being given these fights, not being given a chance. Spirit starting to close in.
Very slow, very cautious here for 9Z. Understandably so, trying to do everything perfectly, but it's Spirit who catch them off guard. That's an unorthodox setup. They have double cat. You can see it immediately. They get that trade up on short. Zontic's dead. Then luchov just snipes out, runs up Con, tries to get that bomb into the A site. That's when the Joker attacks. Magic shoots him in the back. And so Spirit keeping them guessing, surprising in this round. A very confident display from Shiro on the orb.
Hope we get a bit more pace here out of 9Z, man. The chaos seems to suit them well, and these rounds can alleviate a lot of pressure in a tight game. You're not supposed to win them. You feel a little freer to try and make a grouped move, but Donk is key in shutting down this mid component.
Big nade, and he got the info there, I think. Magic sees him now.
Rotate going to arrive, and there's no getting into B anymore. That door is closed. Magic slamming it shut. Flawless round out of Team Spirit.
And don't we know how hard these T-side rounds can be to come by when you're on the edge of victory? Seen it in this very major. And 9Z, they've been laughing their way through this series, but Stoneface now, because reality is settling in. 3 rounds is not easy to come by against this team. Timeout here from Bit. Just keep in mind, it's not just these Spanish-speaking South American countries. We've got a Brazilian legend right behind them. All of South America feeling represented by this 9Z squad. The job is not done.
Task just starts to feel more and more gargantuan. You've lost that window to break Spirit's money. You've lost that window to a free streak of rounds into the playoffs.
What's that
This
momentum?
is now a war of attrition. You've got to earn that top 8 placing. Spirit aren't about to hand it to you. Donk with 1 as he matches with luchov. This B site will start to crumble though. Max ready to cut down the rotations. And 9Z, that round they've been looking for, bestowed upon them on the back of a B hit, playing it grouped, playing it together. The first in these final steps toward the finish line.
Spirit don't even want to save, they just have to. They have money for rounds. 4 straight broken here by 9Z. And something more simple and brutal, just a slapdash B hit. Left Spirit lacking. Donk caught off guard. And 9Z 2 steps away.
I hope the thing that stands out there to 9Z was it didn't take some crazy convoluted strategy with many timings, many moving parts. That was just a fake up through the short side into a B hit. It's only as complex as they decide to make it.
Man, just getting all this respect in middle. Spirit playing towards their bomb sites. Some uncertainty, they don't know numbers, and Aeon's left entirely. Go back to this A hit. It's a near close ramp. Shiro warping triple, and this will be a round where Shiro can't afford to miss. We've seen it before in this map. He's going to have to deliver.
Went from being the guy up there alongside Donk, the one putting in the kills, the shift to try and make a difference, to now being a real problem piece just in time for Mirage.
Still going through that.
Might get blocked at ramp, but the swing fight is DGT up here towards Palace, and he gets past Tanir. So now they have a chance to spill on out. Donk is dead with nothing done. Suddenly this Shiro Warp is the only thing between 9Z and that series point, dead to the spawn side. Max and DGT start to feel very, very claustrophobic. DGT's not given a fight, and so they're going to try and get weird with this in the 2-on-3. Hoping that someone, somewhere offers you a kill. Someone makes this easy for you. Oh, and that spam has really teed them up for something. Shiro's finished off, but they lose DGT in the same breath. Clears out CT spawn. Eventually, Max just has to put this bomb down, and when he does, that's when Spirit will make their move.
Up against the swing, but there's 10 seconds left. Full wallbang for Spirit. Damage done.
Oh my
Max
God.
on for the clutch. He's going to put that bomb down, but the molly pushes him off. He needs the fight, and Zontix will not let him in. Team Spirit survive. They do not give up match point just yet. Donk takes a deep breath as 9Z almost clutch up yet another round in this series. They have done so much with so little in so many disadvantaged rounds. But not this one.
That is so close for Max. That molly, man, it just burns him forward. You think he's done enough for that one moment. Everyone thinks that the guy helming the ship has got it in him. They're all believing. You never know when your last good chance was.
Okay, A is a huge gap at the moment. It's just to near here. Donk starting to run back. Luchov's got a nice lurk timing on, though. Oh, it's looked away. They're making it look like a B play. Bit of panic coming in. Shiro's even rotating as that third man. This is working.
Luchov with a catch. Follow up for DGT. That's 2 entries. That's the A site wide open. You could move in right now.
Just don't throw it away.
They're still fearful. They're sure there's going to be a third. They're sure that Shiro is sniffing around here somewhere looking for something on that orb. But he is far away. As are the rest of Spirit.
Can see the shaky hands. Your heart must be racing. Spirit are going for this. Luchov is a long way away. He's here to deny the save. This is no save. This is Spirit realizing they just have to go for it.
Up on the line. Myern. Missed shot. First player crosses in. Wasso Peak deals with Magix, and with it might have stopped this retake from coming through. DGT's got his back, and this AWP is no guarantee for Shiro. Relies on the 5-7, just wants to hold on to the big green. Backstab connects, and so he'll make out like a bandit. Saving a rifle forward, an AK for Donk to try and keep Spirit in this and stop 9Z with the upset of a lifetime.
Yeah, he is your not-so-secret weapon right now, and you need him to save this game for you 4 rounds straight into overtime to restart the clock here for Team Spirit. Shiro may have had a little recovery in the CT side, a couple of nice rounds, but overall, that is not what matters at this point. This is 9Z on the precipice of doing the impossible. Doing what has never been done before. And not just doing it to Team Spirit, but taking Vitality with them as well. A 3-0 in the hardest stage. So many teams at the tip of your tongue with questions about form coming into this major, and you cannot say that 9Z was one of them, even with their run in Astana leading up to this very event. 9Z have still exceeded all expectations. Oh dear. More cracks showing. A shaky Team Spirit today.
You're just not used to seeing them ruffled like this, not during this major run. Not with how they've been playing. Lifting the trophy in Astana on the run up to this major. Breezing through stage 2, beating 9Z to go flawless. Dropping only 1 map heading into this series. And it's Spirit the ones looking shaky, looking a little nervous.
Walking up Cat.
Opening kill goes the way of 9Z. Damage done for Donk.
Yeah.
Big damage at that. Max trying to respond, but he can't do it back to them. And so this, the first of 4 chances that goes astray. And an eco round to follow. There's still more twists and turns in this one yet.
DGT is just an entry machine, though. That's the 4th opening duel with 0 lost in this map for DGT. 5 multi-kills. But Donk spray through the connector smoke. A perfect spray. Keep Spirit in it. And of those 4 chances, one of them is this. Ugly. Eco. Deagle's out. Max just throwing himself in there. Simple for Shiro. This is second to near is there, and Shiro follows up. So 5 alive here for Team Spirit. When all is said and done, money no longer a factor for Spirit in this regulation. 2 rounds, and for 9Z, this will be their best.
Yeah, this is kind of the awkward thing with where they've ended up with the money, right? Taking the eco in the second of your 4 chances to close out this game leaves you cash-strapped in that final round if you don't do it now, if you don't get a bomb plant at bare minimum. And even then, that only goes some way to patching up the wound.
Here we go.
And so if you were to close this, if you want to get it done in regulation, if you don't want to tango with the overtimes, this is the time, this is the chance to do it.
Basics on this B site. Wasso Peak looking for that entry onto Magix. He refuses to give it up. So Mutil traded. But a handshake and 9Z walk away. And looking to challenge on this A site. Shiro and Donk side by side. But Donk, it has been a tame game by his standards. Impact can be found right now. Luchov, this is his quieter map of the two. Coming up the connector on a timing through this smoke. Shiro and Donk, how is Luchov meant to do a thing? He's playing first. Donk says not today. 90 on a final hit.
Shiro burning. Tania up next! And what a spray down! Bottom of the board for Team Spirit, but an electric hold from Tania. And DGT sent packing.
A1S is not meant to have enough bullets to do that. Tania just dinks absolutely everybody coming out ramp.
And with no bomb plant, no damage, this AK is as good as it gets. The save a requirement, and not even that's a guarantee.
Unlikely.
Spirit going for the jugular of 9Z.
Coming.
They're going to try and rip this from him. They're closing in on all sides. DGT
After time.
needs to have the gun out. Can't go down after time.
He didn't. Just before the time expired, so he gets a little bit of loss bonus. But Harry, there's not enough for AKs with helmets here for 9Z. They just have to force it up and hope this explosive style that they have brought through all major long is enough to close it out. They've had their 4 chances. Spirit had 3 back on Overpass. They couldn't do it. 9Z close in overtime. Spirit opening up with an opportunity to make this a 3-map series after all.
So much has to go right here.
Luchov's just going.
Luchov has found a bit of a gap. Shiro now has eyes on with his orb, watching from CT while the rest of them try and come through short. Luchov nothing more than a distraction on the other side of the map. Magic's calling for reinforcements, but the reinforcements get cut down! This is not when 9Z were meant to win this! 3v2, they plug in the numbers. Spirit cannot believe that this is the round that might let them down. Nothing's being given for free. You've got to take it all. Tania spotted. Shiro knowing about back in the market. They've got all the info. They've got everything to play for. Tania snatched back a double, and now it's just on DGT. Top performer, is he the man for the job? Just the one and done. Defuse nabbed, narrowly avoiding this crisis. Team Spirit still in the competition.
Oh my goodness, 9Z will be kicking themselves. They re-swing together, it doesn't even matter. Shut down by Tania. He has saved these last few rounds. The recovery, and Magix is shook. A shocking double kill from Tania in the most unlikely of moments, and Team Spirit take it all the way to OT. It's a different game now. Bit with an instant timeout. That was 9Z's opportunity. You don't get those every day. A 3v2 in the post bomb with perfect positions. And Spirit just feel that relief. Now they can close this map. What a roller coaster the last 48 hours have been here for 9Z. There are more twists and turns.
Going to be very, very hard, though, after you feel like you were right there. As far as 9Z were concerned, in that one moment in the 3v2, they felt like they were in those playoffs. They've got to try and tap back into that level.
Careful, surely you don't go again. You've just been spotted on that top mid push. Going for the B hit, and they're doing it silent. Magix doesn't know. Surprise, surprise, they're running at you. Seconds and 90 close in. Teniers not spotted, but he sees them. That's one-way info with the trade.
Important kill for Myron. Now the rest of the team try and get stuck in on this B play, but this time Magix holds for that first. And a follow-up. 3 players in the bomb site. Too many for 9Z to deal with.
This orb, don't you? No, he just goes straight in. Left, right, good night from Donk, hidden out that third player in the B bomb site, knowing that that's where 90 have had their best success in this T side. It's been the B pops, it's been these short splits. Not been able to long out against Tenier and Shiro on this A side of the map. Donk has just been in all the right places in these last few rounds. Magix, what a move, but that's the freedom that overtime gives you. Bit of aggression. Fearless at that, through B apartments. Shiro holds connector and tight line, easy shots. There is still Mayan here, but Shiro just still not enough. Mayan gets that trade. Been good for it on these last couple of rounds, but will it lead to anything? Donk is still hanging around on the stairs. He makes this rather condensed position look very, very strong with the AK in his hands. Tenier committed to A. DGT doesn't want to risk it. They get that spot, it's too late, caught in the air. Donk is waiting.
Tenier's contributions have been massive as we've approached the tail end of Mirage. Keeping Spirit in the conversation. Maybe long enough for Donk to get fully switched online as well. Backstab onto this con player. They're pincering him from both sides.
Okay.
Magix will get dealt with. It's Magix that comes as a real surprise, and that's the bomb lost in middle.
They wanted a gun, he was out of ammo, just chasing Ghost. Magix comes in on the big flank from that apps push. This should be impossible. There is no time.
Needs the instant kill. Donk just gets eyes on in time. 2 in a row for Spirit in OT. And money at breaking point for the 9Z squad. This is not a perfect buy.
And in a match dominated by 9-3 CT sides in regulation, back on Overpass and here on Mirage, 90 are feeling exactly how Spirit felt when it hit OT. Stuck on the T side, nothing working, nothing to rely on, orbs bearing down upon you. Low money now in the final round. They swept that CT side of OT. They went flawless and found their 4th. Spirit are looking to do the same. Slam the hammer down, find that 3-round CT half, and close this whole show out.
Tenier's the guy they blame for it getting this far. They've got a chance to find him at the start of this round, but he gets out of there. Not for long. Luchov with the pickup. Rotates arriving. So Pete go right through that smoke. Donk's going to deal with him, and a lot of damage taken in this skirmish.
What?
Luchov aggression out towards the spawn. 2 players coming his way, and he's gone.
Too deep, they're through.
Already ahead of that smoke. Retake looks to begin now. Got Shiro in your back pocket for a little bit later, waiting out at the con side. DGT deals with that first man in. Low HP on the star. Mayan puts some damage down range, but he's still got a lot more to do if they want to win this round.
He's on it.
Defuse being grabbed. You don't expect this, and that makes you panic. Stolen away. Team Spirit go flawless in overtime.
That is ice cold for Zontix. He just lets his teammate hang out on the stairs, keeping the pressure on. 9Z do not expect it. Full stick in the smoke. He doesn't even crouch. Just stands there and lets it happen. Zontix steals away that final round. That round that felt like 9Z were finally going to break through. Now they have nothing on this T side. Spirit do what 9Z did to them. All the way back on Overpass. A 9-3 comeback into a flawless overtime. Lightning striking twice in the same series. Every bit of util dumped here in this round for 9Z. They have a molly and a smoke left to block. The fear of a fast call from Magix. That's exactly what Spirit want. They've used nothing. Grouping for an A execute. Tanier left in B, entrusted on this T side as he has been the rock that has kept Spirit in this map and series.
Oh, my, just gonna make it into triple in time. But DGT dead first. That's your top performer, brushed aside like it was nothing.
Donk 2.
And Zorb needs to have a big round.
Cancelling.
They're leaving. They're gonna try and join Tanier. Bomb going back through T-spawn as Tanier looks to work on the apartments. Does Max budge? Does Max buy this? Because two players are faking this right now. Spirit are counting on this B site being empty. They hope this fake does more than enough. Kills rain in. Max still doesn't move a muscle. He doesn't budge. He doesn't relinquish this site. Max holding on down to the 1v1. And he'll walk it over the line. 9Z with a CT round. They are still in this.
Spirit found all the entries. They found everyone on that A side but luchov. If they had more players there, they would have just won it. They had so much success. But still, they thought they'd done enough to force full rotations from 9Z. Max does not budge. The captain keeps a cool head and keeps 9Z in this map. It is not the flawless run for Spirit. It is more demanded by 9Z. Incredible resilience from Max to not budge off of that B site. Your whole team are calling chaos.
It's just such a crazy decision, isn't it? Guys, 11 kills. Been a strugglesome game for Max. And in what could have been their final round, he makes that decision to not bite down on the rotation. If that was the A play, he's left looking like the fool. He's the guy on the other side of the map. 1v4, no room left to run. But it pans out perfectly.
Okay.
So that's given 9Z something to hold on to.
Yeah, I mean, second round here, and you see Spirit with Galils, you see Shiro with no AWP, you see problems, as we saw for 9Z, so this one's big. More missed nades, get out of the way. Max. As Magix did, all the same, they're going to need the smoke. He's got another. He could do it again.
Played, but Tanier's on the angle. I feel like the break just kind of gives that away, and so ready for Max on a close position. Only one man in at the B site, it's luchov.
This is it.
And Spirit set their sights on B to deal the killing blow. They're fast up through the short side. DGT left scrambling as luchov's iced out. The Mayan AWP offering up some resistance, but someone cut it.
Oh,
Flash brought DGT in, but he couldn't capitalize. And it looks to come unraveled. It looks to come undone. Spirit a kill away from the comeback and making this a 3-map series. Still in contention for those playoffs. Wesso Peak, first kill picked up, but now the AWP owns this angle. Moving round, he's landed a dink. No way.
Find him not.
Shiro nails it, second time of asking. Spirit get it done in overtime, and this series rages on. Dust2 as the decider, stress at an all-time high. Map, prepare yourself for the task ahead. There's still more chances to secure those playoffs. maybe a whole different beast as Spirit wake back up in time for map 3.
Yeah, was it all in vain is the question for 9Z. One hell of a comeback from Team Spirit. Exactly the same that 9Z did to them on Overpass, and a clutch round from Tania that kept Spirit in this map and now series as we go the distance. It's Dust2, it's Spirit's home ground, it's where they do some of their best work. You already know it, but it's also a map that 9Z did take off of Team Vitality just yesterday. A map they stomped Falcons on back in Astana. 11 straight T-side rounds on this map. So you know they're going to play their hearts out here. Bound for a banger decider.
The big thing you're battling with if you're 9Z is your Spirit have so much more experience from the moment it was conceived in this fashion. You know, they've been a championship level team. They've been used to having it go away from weird losses, big comebacks, brush it off, reset, prepare for the future. You saw that already on Mirage. 9Z, it might be a tall order. B-split coming in. So Peak leading the charge. Him and luchov side by side. We'll see a bomb plant here for 9Z. And a retake for Team Spirit.
The pressure might be on, but right now 9Z are just telling themselves it's just one more game of Counter-Strike. It's just on a classic game of Dust2. And so taking down Donk, usually no easy job. They get themselves into a 3v3 post. Tunnels flank avoided. So Peak spots them all. And so as Tania waits in middle, felled by luchov, everybody falls by the wayside. And they keep screaming. Another big pistol to put on the board for 9Z. Force buys have absolutely made the difference today, though. These pistol conversions have not been comfortable for either team. And so Spirit don't wait a second, they buy back in. Donk shot in the back here. The timings were all broken by 9Z. They pushed through their own mid-smoke. They caught Magic trying to block the smoke mid to B while they went outdoors. They knew what they were doing. Even Donk getting caught off guard quite a few times in this series. A testament to 9Z. He hit that, of course he did.
Guess that scout's crossed in the CT. They peeked it on the B hill. They weren't ready for Magic's close. An important trade. One more tag from the Donk scout before it's over. Shiro's Deagle connecting on another. And Zontic's P250 stealing it back from mid. Down to this 1v1. Tania doesn't play for the bomb, doesn't play for the fight. He's letting nerves tick in for DGT, wondering where the hell is this guy?
I thought he would flank tunnels, but he knows DGT could just leave, so he's going to hold for the catwalk climb. And he plays his timing, it goes very wrong. Patient, but not enough. 9Z steal that away. It was trades back and forth. Spirit with an advantage, but only for a second. Oh, Tania. Idea was right, the execution falls short. So, rare conversion. Oh my goodness.
God.
You say to yourself, well, that's Donk. What are you meant to do?
All these chances to block and slow this down on the side of Spirit, and that's something that 9Z might not be ready for. I feel like they have to take a bit of a risk here and just play through the mid-smoke. Felt content to do it once already. That nade is big, lands right on Max. Zontix isn't going to extract any more value out of that Deagle. Donk's used up his luck on the smoke spams. Magic's clawing back the advantage, and Donk comes through that CT smoke. This is slipping through 9Z's fingers. They need something, some kind of miracle here, because it's only DGT left. This wasn't the one you were meant to lose. Armorless pistols into a winning position. It started with a blind luck shot through the mid-smoke out of donk. And it's going to end with DGT walking to his death into Magic's at that B site.
Okay, I thought the pistol was converted. I jumped the gun. Donk, Deagle smoke headshot, and my God, does it matter. Every single player finding value with their little bit of utility, a P250, a Deagle here or there. And just whittling down 9Z, putting them back on pistols. Can never celebrate too soon. And so 9Z, who were in this position before back on Mirage, do take the full eco. The gap is nice, but as you can see, Spirit are expecting it. It's the one thing they're not playing for. Shiro has utility to block. Even has a nade. Not going to be able to get it out, though. They are running him down.
He needs Tania to help him out, but Tania's missed his chance.
Not Glocks.
This is a lot of damage for a Glock round. Nade at least helps thin the herd. Shiro running low on ammo. His time's up, but that util burns through the 9Z ranks.
Look, everybody got a bit worried there. We saw two rifles absolutely whiff and space get taken. But there are limits to the madness, at least for now. Man scout. Galil's with AKs. Spirit does have as many AKs as 9Z do.
Try and play for the long take. Only two players here for Spirit, and they get a little awkwardly stuck on each other here on that swing out the long side. I think Shiro's nearby on the AWP, but not for long. And they know about a third player. Magic's get spammed to death as well. It's the same fate for everyone that comes around this corner. Spirit willing to take every one of those fights, but they leave it with nothing to show for it. 9Z late to the long take, scrapping through a smoke, leaving it to spam, maintain their lead.
Yeah, just every player wide fighting. I don't think Spirit expected that. No one caught blind as they come through CT. Really delayed on this plant. Just to be careful. It's giving time for Zontix to get into position. Doesn't look like he wants anything more from this, though. DGT is hunting the other side of the map. So man upgraded, but Zontix won't be able to find him here through the door. 9Z winning out their gun round.
One thing I think that's very welcome here in the early game is the hot start from Luchov. Fans over this 9Z run, right, have seen him have games where he just steps up and dominates.
And that's not really been this series today. For sure, it's been a team game. Everyone's kind of had their moment. Luchov definitely on Overpass had a couple of key multi-kills, but Mirage was a little bit quieter. Was getting a good head-to-head against Donk at the start, but by the end, Donk had his number. But Luchov on this very map. Seen some incredible moments from him, namely that Falcons game back at Astana when they 13-1 them off the back of 11 rounds in a row on T-side. Luchov was a huge piece of that. No better time to have your best map than the decider. Donk looking on, a big GT locked in. Zontix pulls nades, Donk keeps gun out. GT getting burned. Warp tries to bail him out here. Donk says take it on, and And he'll drop that orb with ease. Great spray for Donk. Zon takes a lot of damage. They come chasing, but they've got to cool it off. That smoke is enough. Don't know how Max got there, but it won't matter. Shiro's got it on lock. Team Spirit answering straight back.
You're definitely thinking about the save. Not a call you love having to make, especially when you felt like you had room to go. Zontix has just given a kill back. Trying to walk that B smoke. Almost kind of hoping that 9Z now take the bait and throw these guns away. But they will not. They're committed to this save. Don't want to leave it to a desperate B play on the edge of the clock, through the choke point of the tunnels, into whatever surprise Spirit have in store. Magix was waiting there. And so a chance to run it back with guns in the next. A very competitive start to Dust2 as now they're going blow for blow.
I think that's great as well, because wouldn't you just have every expectation that after 9Z lose in the way they did back on Mirage, they choked a 9-3, they are the lesser experienced team, they're up against Team Spirit, defending champions of Cologne. Wouldn't you expect them to just roll over in this third map? It's midnight now. It's a very stressful day. You would have every expectation for them to crumble under the pressure. And Spirit, the more experienced squad, to rise ahead. But 9Z don't look like they're here to do that. Back and forth and back again at the start of Dust2. Still playing their hearts out. Ooh, trying to set off his aim so Shiro can peek. And he comes in late. Man's already on catwalk, so nothing for Shiro. Waiting till they're on Xbox to break the smoke, so Donk can find a frag, but goes in a bit deep. Just trying to center near in, but that molly's a problem. Ooh, that's crazy from luchov. What a shot.
That puts the defense on high alert. You're now worried about an A-split. You saw them taking this cat control. That's going to keep Shiro and Magix just rooted in place out towards this A-bomb site. Meanwhile, 9Z look to make their move right now. Walk on the smoke. Maybe overzealous. Donk handed a double kill for free. It's the bomb spotted as well. Max on a lurk on the other side of the map. Gets his one. Gonna go looking for even more. Magix closes in on him. Left to this. Donk at the car, Zontix on platform, and a double swing ready to come through at a moment's notice. Myern's got to cover. You needed an entry from luchov, and with that not coming through, Myern heads for the hills. Quick to write that one off. You saw him second glance back into the site, maybe second guessing himself, thinking it was doable, but a written off round. Spirit take the lead.
Shame to see that for 9Z, just walking through the smoke with the bomb. Very dangerous move. And Donk is always there waiting. Isn't it funny that, you know, this is meant to be the best site to hit in the sense of you just get a couple of entries, you got a bomb down, you win the round, you force the saves 9 times out of 10, but of course Spirit have their best player in that position, so it's never a free lunch on this B hit, especially not when you do it like that. Lesson learned here from 9Z, they try to get cheeky, the contact play. But I would like to see a little bit more. If they want to take this B site, just walking through a smoke, because they've got the aim to back up just a dry B hit with, you know, with a door smoke down, couple of high flashes. They can take down Donk and Zontix.
I mean, we're also deep in this series now, right? And so, even though you will have done your prep, you will have had a look at what Spirit like to do, the game plan evolves as the match goes on, and you're noticing right now that Spirit are very, very stubborn. They're not moving players around a lot. It was an expensive way, kind of a horrible way to learn that lesson for 9Z, but they've seen it a couple of times now. And so that can give them something to try and use against Spirit. It's like, okay, you think we're going to fake you? Or what if we just deal you a 5-man push onto one of these bomb sites? And this time they get a lot of bodies out the catwalk. They have advanced position here. And a chance at a bomb plum with a hero orb.
Yeah, it's Mayon to win the round here for 9Z. They can't really get any guns right now is the big problem. So this orb looks to whittle away the pistols. In the herd for the rest of Spirit. Lack of util on this post plant might make it hard for Spirit, but you'd like to think when it comes to push comes to shove, they can just win the majority of these gunfights.
Push goes in. Tanier, full blind, still gets out with his.
Oh my god.
Peak.
No.
Now the Iron Orb getting involved. Donk arrives Ramside, and that orb is destined for him. Shiro blindsided in a separate 5v, the Glocks, and that is a pistol win for 9Z.
Glocks knock your block off. Tip tap. Spirit's heads pop. 9Z win an eco with the hero orb. Unbelievable. Donk is phased. Just a highlight here for 9Z. A ridiculous round. Are they gonna surge on this B site? Very tempting after a round like that. It's just Zontic's home. That orb dry, not getting the kill. Zontic's supposed to smoke down. Maybe they're burned for the previous round. They actually could have made it through this smoke, and they might still. That entry comes in. Donk on quick rotation. Max punishes the flank.
You're telling yourselves now, don't rush this. 5v3, you've given away this type of round before. You've missed that window to go quickly. And so you got to take this one low, slow, do it together. You know you've shuffled the defense. You know that Spirit have had to make adjustments after your 2 opening kills. And so they will completely depart this B site. Watching 9Z learn from their mistakes in real time. They don't want to repeat it. Putting distance between themselves and Donk, putting distance between themselves and that B stack. The only threat present in this round is Magic's waiting up close with an SMG in middle.
He's committed. He's going to see this coming, but how can you get away with much with an MP9? They spot him as well. Magic's dodges death, but he's not going to save the round here for Spirit. They just run away. High flash from Ion, just block this position. 9Z put down the smoke, and that should win the round. DGT is even here to punish. So another frustrating death as Donk shot at the back of the head. Even Shiro clipped. And they should look to save. Saving very little. DGT very mobile. Back all the way around. 9Z are doing a great job on this T side, and they have got Spirit on full eco now with just these 2 saved weapons. We're talking about a 6-round half at bare minimum. They needed only 6 to beat Team Vitality in that opening half, winning it out 13-11 when all is said and done. Seeing different levels of stress for everyone on the server tonight. 2 maps that featured 9-3 comebacks, 2 overtimes. Two teams in very different places.
Trying to get away with abusing this B site for a little while. So finally they may get their wish. Player spotted close to the tunnels. That's a wild kill feed for Shiro. Like to think this wouldn't get out of control, but in comes Zontix with a double. Shiro shut down, and 9Z regain control.
I need to see the Shiro shot. He did that from ramp. He did that from A. I don't even know where he no-scoped. Mid? Ridiculous. 9Z still weather the storm. They get through the eco, albeit dangerously close. And I guess we'll never know. But on with the gun round here for Team Spirit. And a must-win gun round at that. Sure, we've seen comebacks all day, but we've also seen dominant CT sides. And while that may not be the bread and butter for Dust2, can't give 9Z 8 rounds in this first half. That is too much momentum for an underdog team punching up.
Great timing on that nade. Max damage. What was a short take brewing? They're just going to follow through with this. The player's no closer to helping out, so you need the A site to withstand this hit. High damage for Magic as he finds one through that smoke, but luchov is closing in quick on his position. 15 kills deep for luchov. Donk gonna deal with him, that's what it takes. Donk playing it forward. Strikes hard, right through the heart of 9Z. Fifth round secured, no eco in this final of the half. Both squads getting their guns out. It's Spirit looking to level out on their CT side. 9Z chasing any type of advantage.
Those are the rounds where you love Donk off that B side. Very mobile, quick on the retake, and just runs up ramp and wreaks havoc here from Team Spirit. No one able to get out of their position. Donk keeps Spirit in it. Round behind. Another buy round here for 9Z and another AWP for Maya. luchov has really put on a show in this third map. Again, try for this B pick with the AWP. Round after round, we've seen this high-low setup here from Donk and Zontix. Playing anti-pop now. Zontix holding utility. Donk in a strong position to fight. It does feel like 9Z want a quicker timing on this B hit, running right down middle. Peeking in. To be blocked by Magix. Zontix blocking B as well, so that's going to change the timing of this hit. Lots of smokes here used by Team Spirit. 9Z are going to have to fluff up another position. So they pull all the way back out of T-spawn. That's quite the change, quite the reset, and Spirit seem to have read it quite well. Shiro's even gone to reinforce long, so more util comes in. Lock short, luchov alone, and 9Z into Tnir's off angle, but this one it can let you down.
Yeah, he's pretty committed here, right? No room to shy away from these fights, so just the one and done for Tnir. Long entry gained this late in the round. Shiro now knows that catwalk's open. Magix tries to pick it up for him while he looks long. While he comes in on his position, there's no smoke to put this out, so a missed shot. Shiro's dead. luchov closing in on a short flank. Magix will keep his wits about him, clears the back line. Now they can just focus on this long take. All three crosshairs trained in, looking for 9Z heads as they make their way up the ramp. Donk next contact, misses his spray. Bomb's gonna go down.
He let him in.
Max burnt alive, Magix follows up. It's Mayern alone on the long side.
He's got a molly and they don't have a smoke. If he's got a lineup, this could be big, but he throws it in early. He's just going for it, sending it through. They're going to get this trade guaranteed. There's nothing Mayern can do from this position as Team Spirit take it away. They grab that last round of the half, and after stomps, after stomps, after comebacks, this one is split right down the middle as these two teams vie for the Lanxess.
Well, there's the first bomb frag. Higo gets a double. There's still 2 players left. They got no health on them. 13 and 3. Oh my goodness, how does he do this? How does Higo do it again?
The clock about to strike midnight in Cologne, and we're still no closer to knowing which of these two teams goes 3-0 flawless into those playoffs. Level playing field on Dust2 as we head into this second half. Spirit begin their T-side campaign, and they're looking to do it with a hell of a pace. 5 players out through the long side, eyes set on this A play, but in comes 9Z's rotations, quickly cutting through Team Spirit in this pistol.
Big double from Hwasso Peak, and Mayon joins the fray as well. Everybody swings together. This one's unsalvageable for Shiro. Everyone reloads in the open as 9Z eventually have the manpower to break through. A wry smile as the pistol falls in their favor. Zontix has had enough, and Spirit just want to send them to bed. But that pistol puts 9Z one step closer. And with no plant from Spirit either, a Force would feel reckless this late in the day. So Magix just gives Donk a deagle, costing him for later. He goes hunting on B.
Luchov arriving just in time for this B hit. Spirit waiting back there in the tunnels, and with Donk softened up, you'd like to think this should be a safe round. Glock kill comes in. Luchov dead after 1. Oh, good God! This might be happening. This was just Glocks and 1 deagle. Donk, damage done, but an MP9's made it in behind enemy lines. Hwasso Peak with the saving blow. 3 massive kills from him. Keeps that in check for 9Z.
How the hell does he do it? That is why you don't wait to retake on this bomb site. You just have to go in. You have to throw your life on the line. Quick flash through the window. Catch Spirit out of position. Grabbing guns. And Hwasso Peak drops in and delivers a triple kill to save 9Z from humiliation. That was Glocks and a deagle for Team Spirit. It almost happens. Good God. No round feeling unwinnable in this third map of Dust2. But Team Spirit do not close it. It comes down to a rifle round. It comes down to some pace.
Oh, look at Luchov go. Aggression all the way up at the top here. A missed shot from Shiro. Not able to capitalize. They're going to come back, try and chase him here. They've only fed him an opener. Luchov not in a forgiving mood right now. He's got one thing on his mind and one thing only, and that's walking into those playoffs. Top performer right now on Dust2. He is hitting hard. Spirit, it's back to the drawing board. They throw in this fast A long take. A lot of players spotted in amidst that. So there is a gap over towards B, a gap that the captain Max is looking to plug.
So great to not just see Luchov performing, but making moves like this. Moves we've been seeing him do all major. Aggressive, putting his life on the line. 5v4. Tag Shiro. He is 17 and 8. 25 years old. Debut major. And dare I say it again, as I did on Mirage, rounds away from the playoffs. Zontix has caught a freebie here. Tries to spray well. Orb connects. Magix cannot cross. That smoke not up. And so Spirit man down.
All right, Donk's getting deployed. Dead right away. And Round may be dead with it. That was the bomb front of the pack, relying on the Donk openers to come through, but this is not being the Donk show. Shut down the moment he plays his hand. And so 9Z, first rifle round picked up.
How they're on a streak. Converted pistol, gun round in the bag, and these are the worst rounds to lose, because while the call is right for Spirit to save the AWP, to keep a gun, to give themselves the best chance to win next round, it also just throws your whole money upside down. Donk is insta-port, Zontix trades guns, and so Spirit all in this next one. It's not because they have 9Z within reset territory, it's because they feel like they have to spread the wealth. They have to give themselves a chance to win this round. But 9Z know what they're up against. AWP and AK saved. Tech 9's around it. And we could be seeing a streak of CT rounds off the top of this half if Spirit don't win with less.
Ion's about to have his work cut out for him. This is all of Spirit waiting to go. Flashes bring them in, flashes get them across. Ion's next up. That AWP singing makes it a double. Tag from the short side out of Shiro. That's going to force a bit more respect out of him. It doesn't deal with the threat entirely. Ion tries to scale up, tries to scale over, does get cleaned up. Tania backstab, gone after one, and Shiro pincered. 9Z, convincing round as they collapse upon that A assault. Spirit, the hour is growing desperate now.
It's growing almost too late. And you just got to give it the mental on 9Z across this series. They've been smiling from the start of the game. From 9-3 down, have remained so calm. We've seen the frustration out of Spirit. We've seen the heads in hands. We've seen the rage. But for 9Z, team that no one expected to be here, no one expected the results they've given us, and they just stay calm in every single one of these moments. They are leading heavy now. That weight yet to break them. Tania aiming too low on the smoke. That's a miss mid to B. Yeah.
One more to replenish it at least. They're still able to lob in this util. But considering this is looking like it was going to be a fake out towards mid, whatever other plan they had in mind is now out the window. They kind of just have to commit with this. Lurk smoke in the tunnels. Scavenge some more util. And they're going to start closing in on these pistols. Luchov not missing. Head on a swivel. And mid is nothing to worry about with Luchov on the case. It's not a split. It's one guy alone walking out the tunnels. Zontix might have gained some ground, sure, but a 1v3, it's asking a hell of a lot. Given a fight early, the backstab deals with him. 9Z, 11 rounds to the good. And starting a breakaway in a big way from Team Spirit.
Yeah, 5 rounds in a row. Spirit are looking absolutely lost. They're dazed in the middle of the map. They've been force buying. They've been putting everything in. They've had nothing, not even close rounds in this T side yet. This is 9Z on the cusp of making history. Wouldn't be their first time to be this close. But this one feels different on Dust2. Spirit are not fighting back. And Luchov is not slowing down. 21-9, a monster performance from the Argentinian.
This was a guy who Max had wanted in this team for a while, said he'd been eyeing up for a while. And who also didn't have the chance to play in that major. He earned with Bestia. And so the delayed first time, and what a first time it is for this guy. 21-9 in the deciding map of this playoff qualifying series.
Long push, and Magix misses the timing as he leaves. Hwasopi goes for it. They just run out mid. Donk with a flash, traded by Max. They have the B site. Uphill battle now for 9Z.
Yeah, Max knows the importance of trying to get one there. Just something to steal back an advantage. Magix almost can't believe he's made out with a kill there through mid. Shiro getting posted, taking a risk before that bomb's even planted. Hwasopi 1v3 and the hardest site to retake in the game. Nowhere left to turn in that round. Team Ace for Team Spirit.
Yeah, they do it. They get their first round in this whole half now after an even 6-6. Finally, Spirit find one. It comes at a cost because damage in these previous rounds compounds to put them on pistols. Even Max eats that bullet on the cross, so hand over that SMG. Last legs for Max. Multiple players crossed. They go pushing in. Ooh, it's a messy spray from Zontix, but Donk keeps it covered. 9Z take that 1-for-1.
Almost feels like 9Z are banking on a quick reaction the other side of the map, but that smoke fades at the worst possible timing. They were going to try and sneak across there. Now they can't. That keeps 3 players on the wrong side of the map.
Would Donk go long, you wonder, because Hwasopi is hiding in back pit. Donk going to cut off cat rotation late. So it looks all fine here for Team Spirit to get this bomb down and avoid any antics on Eco again. Spirit setting themselves up for a late game recovery, and maybe that pressure re-emerges here for 9Z as it did on Mirage. They're trying to get a AK that's thrown out the map.
They got it.
Oh, they got it. They shot it out.
I have no idea how they've just done that.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Let's see if that AK can be a difference maker. Wonder if it makes its way into Luchov's hands.
Yeah, Donk literally threw that gun out the map, and they just, 2 guys just shot at it until it bounced back in their face. So big pickup here to get this AK into the next round. It's just a bit more cash, a better weapon, another tool for 9Z. Spirit back-to-back rounds in this T side.
It's a lead so similar to the one they had on Mirage. Last time, though, they sat at 12 with 4 opportunities to close. This time, 1 shy of even the guaranteed overtime. Been waiting to bring the guns back out. Mid-walk, Team Spirit going quickly up the catwalk. Double setup here on a high-low. BGT just waiting with util. Gonna pepper that in. It was a little early. They dismantle it. And so Spirit have short. But he is still waiting back here on the long side. All the hallmarks of a split in this A-bomb site. Need to be smoke lobbed in. Hoping to keep players fixated on the wrong position. Spirit now set their sights on the A play.
Luchov's leaning over. They're not certain. DGT's time's being wasted by this mid to B smoke. Spirit are about to jump into this A bomb site, about to speed right up. They've dropped it to spawn. DGT denies. They're not certain now. Spirit is still silent, but they're about to swing into the open. Martin connects the bomb, dropping it in the open. This is looking like map point available for up for grabs here for 9Z, but Shiro responds. Hwasopi getting lurked on. He's got it in the back of his head. He's just not certain. Tanir swings out. Hwasopi holds on. 2 versus 4. Team Spirit put it down. Shiro follows up. They go hunting.
Swing out for Zontix, a wild ride, and now it's just Shiro 1v2, they close in on him, but they miss their chance. Shiro, that lands onto the pistol, whips him down. 1v2 for Shiro. Spirit is still closing in.
How does he survive? He gets out from the palm of their hand. The double swing together for 9Z, and Shiro gets multiple shots off the AWP. Unbelievable. We know he's clutch, but that is crazy. 2 versus 4 out of Team Spirit, 1v2 out of Shiro. And that is the first time out for 9Z. That is the first time they felt like they're throwing it away.
Yeah, Bit's been fine to just let it ride up until this point. 9Z had all the momentum. We're surging towards the finish line, but there's been a couple of brutal rounds down this stretch.
Oh, you couldn't have had a better chance. You couldn't have had a better opportunity to end this. Now 9Z are just left with nothing. Hero M4, mad dash from Magix, but no denial with that deep, long smoke. He's got plenty of room. The nades will whittle, but 9Z, nothing to show for this. 1 smoke remains in this entire round. Kitless as well. Team Spirit have everybody out long. Execute is in their hands.
Well, luchov and DGT making a nice move here as they go and clear short. That's going to allow 9Z to just focus long. They're not going to be looking over their shoulder here. They know this is an all-in assault brewing for Team Spirit up the long side.
Shiro clearing angles, letting rifles walk up, but the longer that goes on, the less that info matters for 9Z, the more they will consider flanks, consider other options, but they can't afford to. They have to commit. Molly in the spawn to stop a pistol swing. It's a nice idea for Spirit. They're going to look to fight these pistols.
Not going in first. Spam finds a bit of damage, but nothing worth writing home about. Next up, it's DGT on that M4. 2 quick kills, but he's gone after his double. Magic's just dueling over the top of this smoke. So Peak somehow finds his way onto the M4. Now needs a clutch of his own. And on this smoke fade, open to Shiro at the car. Might just close it with that pistol. That dreaded Tech 9. Spirit closing in a round away from tying this up. And last time 9Z had the comfort of knowing they had an overtime. Had a whole extra fleet of rounds to try and play with. They do not have that same grace here on Dust2.
This will just be a devastating loss for 9Z. For it to happen on Mirage was one thing, but for it to happen on Dust2 as well, from the lead they had, 11-6, 4 rounds straight. Team Spirit absolutely ready to write them off, but you really can't. Here they go. Kitless round, already low on utility. 9Z wait to make a play in the middle of the map. Donk is here, they hear the steps, nade on the smoke. Oh, free catch, Magix gets grabbed and Donk wallbanged as well, but that's DGT trapped out. Donk doesn't want to overcommit. The AWP legs him on the cross. Nothing is easy now for 9Z. He is still stuck. Trying to creep out of there. Spirit take cat.
It's just such an awkward round, isn't it? You don't know where to look if you're the defense. You're paranoid about this mid to be. I saw Peak trying to look for some answers with a long push, but even then, nothing feels safe. Nothing feels certain in this round, and you're playing with all your money. You're playing for this game.
Bayern's got to do it on his own.
He will be the one man between Team Spirit and this A-bomb site.
Hello.
DGT chance to help him out. Zontix walks right into his crosshair. That's a free kill, but creeping under Mayan is Tanir. Got to ask himself, where's that nade come from? Tanir makes it into the site, and Mayan just in time. Shot connects, and no crazy clutch today. 9Z, match, series, playoff point.
Unbelievable, and they do it with nothing. No nades and a man down coming back in middle. Mayan hits his must-have shots. And it's not 90's first match point, but it must be their last. Cannot let Spirit get into overtime again with the resilience we've seen from Team Spirit in this series. Both teams have attempted and succeeded on incredible comebacks in this 2-0 match. '90 here with 2 tries to put it to bed. And Spirit have very little. Galil on Magix, MP7 on Tania, scraping the bottom of the barrel.
It's so similar to Mirage right now for 9Z though, right? But they've got half the chances. Back there, they had 4 of them. A loss put them onto a broken buy of their own. It let Spirit close up. So this really is the best time for 9Z to close. If not now, maybe never. You're chancing it with overtime at that point.
Oh, they're just going for it, aren't they? Group on this B side here. Bit of utility, but double site setup. Luchov leading away. Luchov's quietened down these last few rounds, but they haven't been towards B. Now he's in the right place. If he can hang on to his position, he can win this game. Watches middle instead. DGT takes up the mantle. Mid to B smoke is only a fake out here for Spirit to draw attention, to take eyes off the objective. This B hit is coming in.
90 have made the right read. 3 players here. They've cleared out the A bomb site. They know that it's this B hit coming. They've got to have conviction. They've got to believe in this call. That hit taking shape now. Max with an opening. Quick trade back for Donk. Mid components closing in. Got to keep your wits about you. Luchov with the turn, but DGT's overwhelmed. Myern and Wasso Peak left to this one, and with just Myern in the hot seat now, he's got to back away. Got to shy away from that B site. Spirit play into the belly of the beast, and they get through it. Into that stack. 9Z left to save.
It was the perfect bait, sending Tania in there. Donk not beside him, but behind him, all the way back in tunnels on that break smoke, catches the trade. So important. Magix has so much space in middle. Luchov does all he can, hitting that flick shot, but they come right back and trade him out. And Team Spirit into a stack, no stranger to it, surviving in this series for yet another. And that is all the money on Myern in his hands. He will hold on to the orb. But they've got 2 rifles, 3. Myern can drop one over. They've just got to figure it out.
The save is massive. The save was such a requirement. Only way you get to scrape through much in this last round. But here we are, the final chance for 9Z to get it done in regulation. Couldn't do it versus the weakened Spirit buy with a stack in the right place. And Spirit again, lean heavy into the tunnels. Myern plays his hand forward, looking for an opener on the orb.
Doesn't look like they're going lower. Looks like they're going in, but that smoke stops them. Myern has a chance.
If you could find Donk, if there was one player you could find on Team Spirit, you don't have to ask anyone. You already know the answer. You know you want to get rid of Donk on that rifle, but a missed shot from Myern. He's not given the chance to do so.
Happy to be alive. Every second in this server is another blessing to 9Z. Can they close it once and for all, or will Spirit open up a dreaded overtime again for the 3rd map in a row? Iron holds the shot. Don climbs up Cat, mid to B, keeps him here. If he goes wide, he risks fighting this orb, but now the line is his. Shiro's got to cross.
Faking you out on both ends of the map here. You know, closer to knowing where this ends up. Next few seconds to find everything, and that missed shot from Myern costs you dearly.
2-man hold.
Mid now open. Donk plays it forward. Shots won't connect on that spam. Eyes set on this B play. Wasso Peak backstab, won't find a thing because Donk is closing in on B. 10 stuff as the B site crumbles. Advantage gets away, and the spam connects for Donk. It's only 1 man left to stop this overtime. And Spirit now know where he is. He's lost that element of surprise. They all come knocking. They knock him out. And overtime secured once again for Team Spirit.
3 maps in a row. OT comeback, more Counter-Strike to decide who is truly worthy of the Lanxus. Counter-Strike's Cathedral and defending champions march on, refusing to let these plucky underdogs through those gates. Team Spirit, inexplicable tenacity in this series. Choked away Overpass. Had to pull it back on Mirage. And have done the same on Dust2. They just won't stop. And 9Z just want this wild ride to end. So many chances to take it into their own hands, and here we go again. These B hits of Spirit have been a thing of beauty. The way that donk and Magics have come up on this B ramp, never shown too much, just enough to keep 9Z looking over their shoulder. Just enough to open up these B hits. 9Z know that Spirit will go back to it eventually in some of these rounds. It is too good to say no to, but Spirit fake it out in this one. They show a lot of B presence at the start, and they walk back out of tunnels to T-spawn. The goal here, hoping that 9Z play for that mid to B again. Back-to-back rounds for Spirit, they do it. Here in overtime, they change their tune. 9Z bought into it only a little bit. DGT boosted up CT, actually watching for the mid to be the thing that has gotten in the way every single time. This mid to be smoke. That leaves A a little weakened for now. Mayan with the AWP goes back to long. Right place, right time.
Yeah, just going to get there in time for this long take. Needs to deliver on this opening kill. Flashes from Magic's going to assist in this push. Fire's just on a timing there. They learn about the AWP. Long control taken. A site starts to feel real small now. If you don't own long, you don't own short, you are very, very claustrophobic. You got to win one of these positions. You're at the full mercy of this split right now. Luchov hoping to alleviate the pressure with a backstab. Hoping that if he can carve them a path out on the short side, there's still hope in this yet. Damage done onto Team Spirit. Almost everyone wounded. Fighting through the molly is Max. That's it out of this, 2v2. Just enough time for that bomb plant. Mayan miss costs you dearly. DGT, 1 health clutch required. Magic's going to reposition. Knows the stress that DGT is feeling in this moment, but he gets there just in time!
1 HP, and he lets Magix do exactly what he wants. He puts it down to the captain of Spirit to walk away, and Magix walks right into his trap. Perfect headshot placed in to keep 9Z up in the lead again. Around the Spirit, we're dragging back from another disadvantage. Still not enough to stop the clutch.
So you get to 13 now, but that's not the round we're looking for. 16 to win it. It's a step in the right direction, but in OT, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Both our overtimes gone by. The team that took the first round won the map. 9Z hoping they can continue the trend.
It's very well like they're lock and loading another one of these mid-to-Bs.
Why wouldn't you?
It was what got them to overtime in the first place, so now going back to it.
4 men.
Very, very quick on this. Luchov gonna miss this timing. That's a fantastic shot to start it off, but wasn't ready for more.
Yeah, that's a change. Spirit go 4 mid rather than 4B, and so 9Z take 1 player out of middle. They think that's it. They don't know.
Playing this up now, though. Right kill on donk. Spam
Hello.
connecting. Shiro dead in middle.
Context is far.
Very far removed. And sure, he's confirming there's no one in the tunnels. That at least lets Tania look forward. But if he doesn't multi-kill, this is left to Zontix to clutch. Flash on Maya to try and bring him in for this. Time getting real low. 9Z hit the go button. Zontix with the cover. Stops that punish, but only for a second. 9Z, successful retake over this B site. They do so from the back foot.
It is not easy, even in a man-up, and they do it again with perfect utility. The molly could not have been better placed. Combined with a flash, they can see nothing in that site to near full blind, and Zontix traded out by the orb. It is another round from 9Z. Quick to the punch. This B site has forced save after save for this squad ever since the second round of the CT side. But this time they do it in style. Decisive retake here from the South Americans. 2 rounds to the good. Spirit changed the timing. They pop long. 3 CTs here. Mow down for Tania. Finds that first. 2 more behind the smoke. Hoping spam sends you through, but it actually loses your advantage.
And that's all 9Z wanted. They've got Max on a big flank right now. All the way through B. All the way through T-spawn. And so this can be a waiting game. Zontix missed opportunity, advantage taken for 9Z, and their ultimate trap still to be sprung.
No hurry for Max. He's just not walking. He's running the whole way. They're right here.
They heard that. They heard that. They all just stopped on the exact same timing. They know that Max is going to deliver them a way out. Dead at the long doors, and now the whole map opens up for Spirit.
They were throwing so much util, the comms must have been panicked. 9Z were acting like they were already crossing. No one was even close. Max runs too late. Spirit, with that information, can play the long game. They reset Magic, sending him to B. It looks like they still want this A site, but first they want Magic's control. Is he faking B with his Molotov, or is he going round the world to flank 9Z? The captain has a tough question to answer. He's going for it, taking this site, looking to backstab in this. Oh.
He's making noise. He wants to draw the rotates. He wants to scramble 9Z's setup. And they all bite down on it. That one Molotov sends them out of A, out of position.
Now they know. They've seen him out the doors. What does that mean? 15 seconds. Can he drop the bomb? He can't. Tania longs on. Spirit with their 1 round on T side.
You almost can't believe you've fallen for this if you're 9Z. 1 guy and a Molotov made you leave that comfortable setup. And now you're all left looking on as Luchov tries to clutch up 1v3.
All right, long flank. He's got the time for it. Has he got the aim for it?
Dead right away. And Magic's lurk out towards that B site. The molly in at the doors served its exact purpose. That's how twitchy, that's how jittery 9Z are.
Yeah, that was a real panic. Mine running through spawn, knife out. Simple kill here for Magic's got very deep. Waited till he had window before he dropped that molly to really break the timing for 9Z. And those panicked comms as they hurry to finish the job. Give Spirit a chance here in overtime. Would need 3 straight rounds on this CT side. Magix, this is quite the commitment. 9Z walk right out middle. Oh, they put the smoke behind them. Shiro's holding for this though. Hoping he wouldn't. Easy opener. And it's falling into place.
Lost your captain, you've lost one of your 2 brightest stars. Damage done onto the other. You don't want to chalk this gun round up to just a failure to launch from the word go. But that looks to be what's happened here for 9Z. DGT gonna try and work some magic out towards long, but he's going into hostile territory. Shiro's got eyes on this cross for the short split component. DGT wins his fight, and now Shiro has to go and deal with this long problem himself. Needs this kill if he wants a safe haven to hide in. Will get past DGT.
Still winnable though.
They've got themselves room. On plant, Mayan gonna plug in the numbers. This is a pure 2v4 attempt out of 9Z.
That's what Donk wanted. This is impossible for Mayan, surely.
They're on all sides, they're closing in quickly, and as he rounds that corner, Shiro on the line. Big round for Shiro, great understanding what he had to do to keep that from spiraling. Goes back, fights for long, regains the space, and makes that nice and easy for Team Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely saves his team. Look at the platform he gives them, just a retake there, making it very uncomfortable. So much so the 9Z are hunting kills. We've got a player pushing up on Cat to fight Donk. That's exactly what he bargained for on the headshot angle. And then the last player just peeks into Shiro. Patience pays off. He has been clutch in this series. Remember how down and out Shiro was halfway through Mirage.
Look at these B spawns, man. But you don't want to leave it to that. You don't want to leave it to a rush. It's just standard round for 9Z.
It's going to get them into lower quick. Look at this. Knife out. Fearless. Dangerous. Luchov running amok.
Donk just existing on that B side of the map.
Such a threat. Oh, wait, he's up. Does Shiro know? Shiro just cleared it. So he thinks. Luchov jumping around the corner. Danger. Shiro escapes. He is lucky to be alive in this round. 2 timings completely missed by Shiro. No punish.
Trying to keep these B players rooted in place, but I think Donk could call their bluff soon on this smoke fade. He's certainly thinking about it at the B side of the map, so they're going to lose this foothold they've tried to gain. There's no longer fear about this being a B play.
Tania can't go further.
He's got the shadow to work with. This is so often just one kill, dead to rights. Usually takes a player to trade this.
They need the trade. They need long, or this A-hit's not going to happen. 40 seconds. Tania's impatience. It lines up a kill at least. That could have gone a lot worse for Tania. Now they have to split this site. Shiro up close. Magic's on the smoke.
And they go for the full short grouping. Shiro hits his first on that AWP. Magic's blindsides them from that close angle. Rotates arriving, and they never even make it to the bomb site. Spirit with a convincing round leveled against 9Z. That puts them on a match point, playoff point for Team Spirit.
First one they've had all series long for Team Spirit. First chance to shut this entire thing down for once and for all. 9Z, it has been the run of dreams. It has been glory. It has been impossibility. They took down Team Vitality. They had Spirit with so many chances to finish it, but now is the hardest round of all. Spirit 5 kills away from those playoffs. And they're playing like it.
Donk down in lower, and then what a killing blow this would be. Chains together a double kill. Luchov quick to try and react. You just want to put distance between yourself and Donk at this point in the game. Guys, 30 kills deep. And so they'll quickly pick up the pace. Donk doesn't chance it with a backstab. He's done enough in this round and he knows it. 9Z scared. Knowing that with every one of these peaks, the dream of making it to the playoffs today could just be disappearing before their very eyes. Creep that bombing close, but can't hold it tight. Shiro shuts it down. Luchov dead on the cross. Spirit, the rest is just a formality. They're right there. And at the first time of asking, they lock in their flawless run into the playoffs.
Dreams absolutely crushed tonight for 9Z, the defending champions of Team Spirit. Weather the storm. They never give up. They never go down. They go the distance into the top 8. Defending champions.